Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people around the world, another episode of Tyler Bryan Hour, episode 42. Hey, see,
not starting off good.
This is not the episode to have niggas in the background, but I am your co-host, B-Head, aka Brian, aka Prince Vegeta. Without the hating, I'm gonna pass it to my brother, my brethren. Tyler, you want to say something to the people real quick?
What's good, people? Is your co-host Tyler Lieber, aka TTL, aka Lieber Hendricks, aka Lieber Morrison, and we are recording this on April, what is it, 6th, 4th?
Hey,
because like Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. But depending on how long this motherfucker goes, it might be tomorrow.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of funny niggas in the room.
Do.
So.
Yes. Speaking of which, I would honestly say, like, maybe that scene in How High, like, obviously, y'all know Tyler is obviously my best friend, like, my brother and my brethren, but, like, I never really had a work best friend. This motherfucker is, like, top 2, and he's not 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would say, like, the Method Man, Red Man, like, oh, you got blunt? You got rap? Like, because it was just literally, like, this nigga just came back in the dish at our job one day and was just like, yo, nigga, you like anime? I was like, yeah, you play football? And then we just chopped it up ever since then. My boy, my brother, my brethren, Sippi, a.k.a. Jeremiah. You want to say something to the people one time?
Hey, what's going on? It is your boy Sippi Winston in the building. Brian made me sound a lot cooler than I actually am. I'm just a big-ass nigga that cracks jokes. I walked in, see my man with the Iowa Western shirt on, and I had to get these jokes off because I went to Iowa Central, and the only thing I remember from college is these niggas smacking us 77-7.
That's why he got his jokes off, because they
ain't
77 to 7, fam.
Nigga, I got play time.
I have never been more disappointed at a football game in my life.
Like I was a scrub and I got play time against these niggas. That's how bad you smacked these.
Dog, you ever been down 28-0 in the first quarter, just looking at niggas like, hey, I don't know why the coach is talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna get it together. No, we're not.
You gotta leave the chat.
Because I mean, that was.
I'm about to disconnect the Xbox, coach. We're not doing this today.
That was pretty much us in high school, and that was the worst part. Is like niggas would get the speech and be lit, ready to run through a wall, and then be like, "Damn, bro."
Then when it's the second quarter, we be like, "Man,
I don't think we got it."
I mean, we ain't never really got 70, but we got close. We definitely got close.
What was that one game? It had to have been Council Bluffs, like junior year.
No, we didn't really get smacked by Council Bluffs.
What the fuck? What game was it? It was like out of town. It was like one of those like hickish towns. Forgot.
I don't know. I'm really not trying to relive through that trauma.
That was funny as hell.
But speaking of trauma and like, you know how we do, me and Tyler kind of been working, man. With Tyler also going on Phoenix's podcast, which we're supposed to have tomorrow, so shout out to him. Within last Monday to this Friday, we'll have 6 episodes with, obviously you hopping in on another podcast, so 5 on Tyler and TBH. But the fact that 6 episodes in 2 weeks, we kind of been working. But like we did last time, we want to tap in with the mental health and Jeremiah, you being our guest. Steal it from Brandon Marshall again. 1 through 10, 1 being like, nigga, I need help, get me to a therapist ASAP. 10 being like, you feeling like a guy, you feeling great. Where's your mental health, your physical health, and the business of working and things of that nature?
All right, well, I'm gonna start this off with a caveat. Regardless, a nigga is at 10 at all times. We are godly out here. We refuse to get knocked off. But realistically, we about a 7. Like, we a 7. I just started a new job. It's stressful. All my coworkers hate me, but it is what it is. I'm dealing with old white people. When you're a black guy, you walk in, you got to prove yourself. But shit, really, I ain't got nothing to complain about. I'm a dad. I have an amazing kid. Like, realistically, I'm making more money than I have ever made in my life. And yeah, everything's gonna work out. I just, you like to find stuff to like that could be better, but nothing is ever really as big of a problem as you want to make it out to be.
I feel that. What about physically?
Physically, shit. Your boy came off COVID at the end of 2020. I was like, I gotta get right back. I gotta get back in the gym. Like, I think I ended 2020 pushing 350. Like, was mad unhealthy, not in a good spot. Like, I spent a literal month eating nothing but pizza and ice cream because that was the only thing I could taste because of COVID. So that was all I ate. Shit, I'm sitting down at 318. Like, been back in the gym, feeling like myself again. So, like, physically, it's a good year. We're starting the year off right.
Nice.
And then, well, I guess you already talked about the business, and you said that's the most money you make. Tyler, what about you? Since this is like the 3rd time we checked in, but how you feeling towards the end of the week?
Well, every day changes, but like I don't know. I'm still content. Like I'm still stable. As far as like once again, I'm going through like the moving process within like a few weeks, so. I'm trying to get everything squared away here so I can get the fuck up out of here and be on to my new place and moving back into the city. It's crazy. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's much of a culture change as far as like moving from like an Urbandale or like a Waukee or like Johnson or whatever and then moving back into your home city. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. There's a lot of things that like I'm kind of like used to and like, I guess like stable. I guess, just like comfortable being back into the city because like there's streets I know streets like the back of my hand, like there, and I guess everywhere too because like I just drive like that. So like I don't know, it's kind of like a bittersweet as far as that goes. But like other than that, I've been good. I've been stable. I've been working out a little bit more. I'm trying to get to I'm trying to work out at least 3 times a day. Not 3 times a day, but 3 times a week. No, fuck that. 3 times a day. I did that 2 days. I did that 2 days. That 2 workouts a day, bro. That shit ain't. That's not. That's just not a joke.
My body ain't built for it now.
Fuck yeah, it ain't built for that.
Niggas getting old.
Yeah, you feel it. You like my neck and my back.
If anything, you gotta go.
I'm not trying to get out of bed today. Nah,
you gotta go at like midnight and do that. You gotta start off early. And then late. And
then pull in for the second one like 9, 10 o'clock at night. Like,
see, that's like, especially with working out, you either got to go dumb early or like super late, like you said. What about business-wise? Is work good and money good? All right?
Business is booming right now as far as like the auto glass industry that I'm currently in right now. I think, let's see, I still need to get a couple tools like as far as like my job and stuff like that. So, it's one of those things where like, I like doing this. Like, I like working with my hands. I like cars. So, like, if anybody out there that ever needs a windshield fixed, hit your boy up. Just hit my line. So, it's a good thing.
Shameless
Everything's
plug.
Good. Fuck yeah, shameless plug.
I was saying, enabled by us. We the shameless thing. Hey, we the plug shit, goddamn it.
As far as podcasts going, this is booming. Yeah. We in it to win it.
Only thing we need now is probably a camera. I would say mentally about a 7. I'm pretty solid. Like I
didn't say what I was.
We skipped the whole number.
Hold on. I think I'm about like a 6.
That's 7. Better.
It's better. Yeah. But I also been thinking about some shit, so like it's still probably like a 5.
Damn, I feel that. I fucking feel that. Yeah, I would say mentally about a 7. I'm pretty cool right now. I'm not too high, not too low. Still trying to figure some things out. I think I'm actually gonna probably do some something different. I'm gonna get my ears pierced. I haven't had my ears pierced in a while, and I actually might do like.
Bro, my hole closed up because I got mine's like probably like around 1st or 2nd grade.
Yeah, I had mine for a while.
I got mine done when I was like a kid, but I haven't put anything in forever. My shit closed up. I have been kicking around getting my nose pierced.
That's what I was about to do. That.
I'm like, hey, that shit
I was
might be kind of fun.
Pierced nose. Like,
hey, bro. I honestly might do it tomorrow. Depending how they come, they might be like, yo, that's $150 for both. I'm like, I might have to wait, but like, I'm thinking something different.
I just want to get on my pox shit,
just see how it looks. See how it looks.
Would you get the hook? Would you get the hook or the stud?
I'm gonna get the stud. To be honest with you,
I'm gonna get the stud. I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know because like Sid has the hook like right here, and sometimes that shit like get turned. And you look like a fat ass booger in your nose. So I'm like, I don't really want to go talk to somebody because everybody looks up at me. I don't want to be talking to you and you're like, hey, nigga, you got a big ass booger in your nose. Like, I don't know, some studs.
Bro, like, honestly, like, if you could get the GTA treatment where you could have the preview of the haircut before you get it or the piercing, I would do so much more shit.
Why do we not have that technology? Like, why can I not preview what
even if it's just a picture and I could just see
Nigga, I should be able to take my phone, download an app, and be like, what would I look like with some big ass earrings or a nose ring?
I mean, I guess Snapchat does that to an extent, but sometimes if you don't really look straight up and have it
I ain't gonna lie though, that Snap filter with like the face tag.
Oh yeah, that
shit do. I be looking like, hey, I could pull off a face tag.
You send that to a couple hoes. I'm like, oh my god,
that cute. And then I'm like,
maybe do it.
I'll walk into a job with a face tag. You go ahead, go home, player.
Thanks for trying, fam. But yeah, I would say so I might do that, and then I might maybe buy a smart TV, but that smart TV is for a future endeavor. So like whenever I eventually get
Hey,
like
you're gonna be playing
place.
Mortal Kombat on the smart TV.
No, I'm not gonna be playing. I don't play Mortal Kombat. I don't play it. I only play it on monitors. But like, I want to get the smart TV because other than that, like realistically, I'm probably gonna try to. I mean, pay my bills obviously, but I'm probably just gonna try to save and sit. I haven't really saved and sit on my money for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you want to go on a trip. I think my homie Danny might want to go on a trip. But other than that, like, that's like summer. So I just really like April, May, and June. I kind of want to just sit on my money and not do nothing after I buy these miscellaneous purchases and just kind of get to it. And then physically, I ain't gonna lie, physically, niggas is down bad. Niggas got gut. I mean,
shit, I'm with you, man.
I'm built like a 3-star offensive lineman.
Okay, you could relax. So they could miss the 350. You should 350 and some change.
Hey, that's hard, fam. I'm 6'4" and I'm built like shit. The mountain.
You are, but like that don't mean you gotta be the way like the mountain. But listen, man. Niggas caught me slipping. Okay, so what?
Hey, fam, you look like you weigh about 3 bills right now.
Bro, relax, bro. But what's crazy is I'm still around the same like weight that I've always been. Like, I'm still cut up and like I could.
Hey, don't let him lie to you, y'all. He built like a pulling guard.
This nigga got one more joke before his mic get muted and don't know it.
Just, hey, cut that shit off, bro.
We are 11 minutes into the pod and he's gonna cut my mic.
Like, just need to relax. But yeah, niggas are down bad, but it's just consistency. If I could just consistently hit the gym.
Consistency. Hey, fam, be trying to get you in there.
But the only problem is you go usually when I'm working and stuff like that. So I need to find a time where like it just works for me. Because like I like being in the gym where like maybe if I'm with the homie or two, it's nice. But like to where you can kind of get some shit. Like sometimes, like especially like at that gym, like I'll notice like 2 or 3 people would just be at the station and just talking. And I'm just like, hey, fam, I'm trying to get in and get out.
I will tell you, like the biggest thing that got me motivated when I was in there is I started going in at like 9 or 10 when Wes has his little group in there. There's nothing that will push you harder than seeing a dude half your size in jorts warming up with your deadlift max. Like he is just that dude in full jorts. Like it's just a normal day at the office for him. And I'm over here like, fam, I'm twice your size. What did you want?
See, but that's also why I go either early morning or night. I can't. My ego struck. I'm trying to work on my form right now.
You walk in that place, they'll have you'll be walking confident and immediately just, I am not shit.
Like that's why I'm trying to get right now. But we're gonna eventually get there. I swear. Like I'm starting to change my mindset, and my mindset's been like ever since I've been like thinking like it literally like that Big Sean video. I don't know if I sent it to you. I might have sent it to both of you. I don't know. But like where he's just talking about blocks. Like he's like literally whether it's your parents who create blocks on you and you put it in your head mentally, or whether it's you yourself. Like once I stopped doing that shit, like my mind's kind of been clear, and I like obviously it's a process because you gotta do this shit every day. But like just doing that has helped a lot. And then business wise, like money's good right now. We're sitting okay. You know, if niggas was fucking with teespring.com/forward/BeHeard-merch, you know what I'm saying? Get the TBH merch, get the Be Heard merch, and buy an Amazon, get at me for Amazon and did all that shit, you know, business would be booming. But I like the opportunity that I have multiple sources of income that one day could be bigger and better for me.
Quick aside, as someone who a proud owner of some Be Heard merch, the hoodie is the most comfortable hoodie you will ever own.
Let these niggas know.
Like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's got the Assassin's Creed hoodie. You can throw that motherfucker up. Nobody can see your face. It's completely zoned out.
I fuck with the hoodies.
Like the hoodie
they comfortable, bro.
The hoodie is the most comfortable hoodie I have ever owned.
That's why if you're a designer, bro, get on me. Either Instagram _BeHeardII or Twitter _PrinceHeardII. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to design some T-shirts or some hoodies or something for TBH merch, and I want it to look fly.
Somebody holler at my boy. Get him some designs. I'm trying to get my modeling game popping.
Oh, and then we got it here. Like I got the YouTube, I can edit. Tyler's the photographer; he could take the pictures, and then we got the model. And then models.
We can all blow up. What's up?
Yeah, we can make it happen. Now,
we got the tools.
We got the tools. Shout out Arby's, man. But no. Hopefully, you are comfortable telling the story. If you're not, we don't have to go there. But I do want to talk about high school sports, but I feel like as someone as funny, as goofy as you are, you kind of have an incredible story. As far as like the pinnacle of the upper echelon of being a high school athlete, and then to have it like taken all away from you. To who you are now as a person. Do you mind sharing that story on the podcast? Is that okay?
No, I don't mind at all talking about it on the podcast. But I mean, where do you want me to start? Like, I can start from jump, or do you want me to start? Like, where do you want me to bring the people in at?
Okay, so hold that thought. We're gonna talk about high school sports first, and then like obviously when
we'll build up. We'll let them hear about how your boy was getting down with it.
So I was an okay football athlete. Tyler was a good baseball athlete, and then you only football, basketball, or?
I played basketball in high school, but I wasn't like that dude on the basketball court the same way I was when it came to football. I played center, sat behind 2 all-state guys when I was in high school, so it wasn't like it was like, oh, you're big, go in, sub out, get some boards, but I wasn't out here getting to really do anything. I think I averaged like 2 points my junior and senior year. And my junior year, I think I only played in 5 games.
Damn.
I
feel that though.
Which, I mean, also like a big part of it is going from football season into basketball season. Like, I had it completely change my build. Like, I was walking around at like 260, 270 during football season, and basketball would come, and like midway through the season, I'm at like 210.
Like, dog, when I tell you, like, niggas was never built for basketball season. I was always in shape for football, but I just was never.
That first day,
it's a different cardio.
Showing up and like, oh yeah, we gonna run. I'm over here thinking, yeah, I just got done with football season. We're straight. That first suicide will have you think, hey, hold on, I shouldn't be feeling like that.
Right.
That second one have you, hey, hold on, hands on my hips. I was just playing whole football games, chilling. What are we doing? And by the time you get done, all right, I'm done. Like, I'm about to quit this sport.
Bro, like, because at least with my high school basketball team, I mean, you obviously know this because we went to high school together. Like, our freshman year, we had a solid team. I think, I don't want to say names, but we had 4 or 5 guys that were solid starters that were all freshmen and then, like, could play JV 2 at the time. So we like, oh, word, we're going to already be, like, sophomore year. We could be getting some varsity time and we're going to be nice.
Next class came in. Boy,
I'm talking.
It was over. It was a wrap for every other upperclassman.
We had that next class that's under me had a guard that had handles out this world, could shoot, pass, all this shit. I mean, they were all short, though. That was the only downside to the game. But then we had another forward that could pretty much shoot, dribble, grab rebounds, play defense, and it was amazing at defense. Then we had a guy with a bushy-ass afro that could shoot lights out from anywhere. I saw them niggas. I was like, oh, yeah, bro, I got to give it up. I was like, I don't practice enough. I was like, yeah. Let me go ahead and get my spot on the bench, move. I'm going to tell the last nigga to move on the seat.
No, scoot down. I got it.
And then, yeah, that's why I knew basketball wasn't for me. But then, yeah, like you said with fucking basketball, too, it's like that cardio is like that first suicide here.
How do we get here?
Coach Ball, all right, get back on the line. Wait, hold on, Coach, we just got back. Hold on. But Tyler,
bro, going from I'm gonna take it over. Going from football practice to baseball practice, like during those days when we were doing that, like fucking like starting out in the morning.
Oh,
remember when we had to go there at like 8 o'clock in the morning in the summer.
Yeah, you talking about when we was in the wrestling room too?
Wrestling room, then go upstairs to the fucking weight room, and then go to the field, and then do practice, and then come for me to do all those 3 things, and then come back over to the field, baseball field for practice, bro.
My nigga, that wrestling room was like 90 plus.
Awful.
I
it was disgusting.
I had to do it. I only had to do the football workout, and then I went to driver's ed. That nigga I didn't know he had to do all that. That shit was crazy. And wasn't that like, because that would have been 10th,
this was fucking
that would have been 10th grade.
Yeah, 10th grade, and fucking
wasn't that when y'all had that like coach that like made y'all niggas run? Like he was like, nah, we're gonna be a healthy team, right?
Nah, that was a laid back one where we literally did the bare minimum in practice. Like there'd be like 3 people at practice. It'd be me, Brent, Bobby, and that'd be it. And then everybody else would like come in like.
And Bobby and Brent ain't running them niggas.
Yeah, they ain't running. I ain't running either. Shit, fuck that.
But y'all's coaches were tripping. We used to have it made. We had weights. We had weights Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. We were on field, like at the football field doing stuff. And if you play baseball, man, don't worry about it. You just go over there and hit or do whatever. You have to do one or the other. They let our guys have it great. Baseball team was actually really good when I was in high school. Speaking on basketball, Central actually went to state my freshman year, and then every year after we were just trying to get back, and we got progressively worse. Like niggas lost in the state title game my freshman year, and I was like, oh well, we're missing this piece, we'll make it back. Yeah, but that nigga got bad grades, and he don't show up for practice, so he ineligible like 2 months into the season, and now you're missing your best player. So what you gonna do?
Cold piece. Always eligible for football, but this nigga, as soon as baseball come around, I'll be back into something, bro. Y'all hold it down. I'm like, Tyler.
Niggas be thinking that I was injured for like half the season.
Niggas would be like, oh, what up,
niggas are ineligible.
But that's what I was telling. I was like, bro.
Wait until Tyler step on the field.
I mean, like, obviously, Tyler wasn't a hooper like that, but I'm like, bro, just join the basketball team so you can get rid of your eligibility.
Did y'all do that in high school? Like, you fail a class, your coach was like, hey, join this sport and bring eligibility.
Nigga, that was the same time.
Yeah. I'd be damned if I do wrestling, though.
They used to have us do track. Like, that used to be our big killer. It was like,
track, fuck.
You know, we do track. Oh, just go throw. Just be a thrower.
But that's my thing. He's saying fuck all these sports. That's why this nigga was ineligible for baseball. Nigga come in.
I'll play half the season for baseball. I don't give a damn. That's less wear and tear on my body, bro.
That's true. But
motherfuckers used to hate me. I failed one class, and I had to sit out half of track. And I would just literally show up and just sit there. Like, I'm ineligible. I can't go to a meet, so what am I practice for? And then I got eligible, and they're like, well, you're going to throw at conference, so figure out what you're going to do. As I haven't practiced all year. I was like, and then I somehow qualified and went to district.
Some of my prep homies.
It's like, all right, see you next week, guys.
Some of my prep homies were kind of like, yo, what? You know, it's like Tyler's secrets and shit like that, like inside pitch, outside pitch. I'm like, nigga, I don't know. I ain't never seen a nigga play. Nigga was ineligible. Nigga, nice.
I go to the games and fam was ineligible. He'd be right down there chilling on the bench.
Nah, North was on some fuck shit. Because remember, we had to be in the announcer booth, I think.
Oh, yeah. That was fun because we would play literal, because, like, everybody, I would say everybody was, like, used to, like, I guess, like, little, like, country playing, like, up there. Man, when me and Brent got up into that booth, we put on some DMX. Shout out to DMX. We're going to talk about him later. We would put on
shout out to my nigga X.
We put on some Florida. Basically everything that was banging in the 2010s.
I bet they're looking back like, hey, what the fuck is going on up there? This does not take me out to the ball game.
Right.
This don't even slap, bro.
Who put these niggas in
I remember one time
like that.
I remember one time I played some metal up there, bro.
Niggas was getting lit.
I'd be fucking up the names, the scoreboards too.
But to just go to a topic with high school sports real quick. Tyler, is there anything you would have done different with baseball? Or anything that you regret, I guess?
I don't regret not being eligible for
I wasn't playing another sport.
I don't regret that because, like I said, that's less wear and tear on everybody else, and I'm in there fresh, like for the rest of the season.
It's one way to look at it.
I do regret not kind of like being like a utility, like playing like another position, because like I was just in right field, just straight out in right field. That's where the sun is at. That's where I was literally. I was
beaming like a chick.
I was the ace of spades.
Blacker than the ace of spades.
Like Kayla, shout out to our boy Kayla. Kayla was looking at me like, damn, man, when you want to get into some shit. But yeah, I do regret not playing because I think I would have been an all right first baseman. I think I would have been good at the corners.
I think you would have been better if you had like more time. Like,
yeah.
Since obviously they can't really build you into a rotation with you being ineligible.
Right. But my second position, I did play first base for like about, I think like 5 games. That was like when Bobby would get tired or whenever they need a substitute. So
that was pretty low.
And then somebody would substitute for me in right field. So
what about you, Jeremiah? Do you regret anything from your playing career?
All right. One thing that I would change for my playing career, which is probably the stupidest thing I could ever say, given how good I was as an offensive lineman. When I first moved to Iowa, I came up here as a quarterback. Like, I was like a 6'1", like 210-pound QB.
Like Friday Night Lights, everybody
I'm quarterback.
Hey, no, real shit, bro. Down in Mississippi, the shit was completely different. We were running a spread option offense. We were running read options, counter reads. I was a QB. I moved up here, and the second I said, Oh yeah, like I'm a quarterback. The offensive linemen are down there in the end zone.
they just bypass everything you said. Anyway, bro, so defense over there, offense over there.
I jogged over with the QBs, grabbed the ball. I'm over here taking, drops. And they're like, hey, yeah, buddy, offensive lineman over there. And I was just, I'm like 14, looking at them like, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
They're like, hey,
I'm the best dude over here, clearly.
They be like, hey, yo, I see you with the ball, but fuck this ball. Get over there.
He looked at me like, hey, we're not, the Sooners aren't taking snaps right now, fam. What are you doing?
Well, you better get your ass over there on the sleds.
He sent me smooth the fuck over there.
They can go from this to, hey, put your hand with the ball between your legs.
Why are you snapping up here? Snap down there.
Hey, bro.
They sent me over there. I was like, yeah, nah, fam, we don't do that shit here at all. And I'm like, which was crazy because I walked in already throwing a better spiral than like anyone on our team at that point. Like development wise, I was so far ahead of the guys that they wanted to play quarterback. It was frustrating to watch, and I literally had to learn how to play offensive line on the fly because they were like, "You're big as shit. You should be good at this." Fam, I've never gotten a 3-point ever. Like, I don't know how to do this. But, I mean, outside of, like, that, just because I would have enjoyed football so much more, like, actually getting to keep playing QB and do that. And as Brian can attest, this arm is golden. Like, this arm is immaculate. 2 torn rotator cuffs later. Like, it's still beautiful to see it in action. So, like, the kid could have done something.
Bro, if we drop it in the bucket, I will say.
Bro, if we would have had, like a tight end position for, like, 3 years, I would have been. I should have stayed tight end. I could have played tight end.
I mean, not with this nigga throwing you the ball.
Whoa, this nigga wasn't throwing me the ball. Not
after what I've seen.
That's crazy. Crazy how your mic just got turned off. That's crazy.
My boy was Hey, that one game. Remember, what was it? Oh, Johnston.
Yeah,
my boy came in. He was nice.
I could throw. I was a better high school quarterback than. I ain't gonna lie. Like, cause look, nigga, it didn't help that we was in the street. Like when I would play when I was younger, and like I could throw the ball, but I would always overthrow niggas, and then I got better at it. But like it just takes time. That's all I'm gonna say. So would you say your coach was right though? Because I mean, he got you as a D1 prospect.
He did. No. I got myself as a D1
but
prospect.
You as a line, okay.
Fam, I'm gonna be completely honest. My high school head coach hated me. Like my high school head coach spent my sophomore, junior, and senior years trying to replace me, as I spent my entire junior year taking college visits at D1 schools. He was like, "Yeah, this dude who's never played, I think he's gonna be better than you." I was like, we're gonna try to make him the starter, and I was like, I mean, you can try, like it's not gonna happen, but I mean, like it was a good decision. Like, shit, I think my junior, senior year, we were the number 1 offense in the state of Iowa, so like it worked out well. But like my senior year, we couldn't throw the ball to save our lives. Teams would literally load up 8-9 in the box, and just also we only ran 3 plays. So, like, shit was easy to figure out. Either it's a sweep this way, sweep to the left, or it's a dive up the middle.
I was going to say, nigga, what you mean 3 plays? All you got to do is flip it, and that's 6. That's really how offenses in high schools work.
Hey, our senior year, we had, like, 11 plays. That was it.
I mean, that's all we could fucking run, because niggas, we had, like, I was going to go into my high school regret, and it's actually funny that you bring that up. My high school regret is I wish we had a strong nucleus. Like, we had, like, our grade had probably a good 20 or 30 kids, but like some of them were like hood niggas, and hood niggas don't like practice. Like
hood niggas don't like practice. They don't like
so we week 7
so much of you.
We week 7 doing week 1 plays because niggas can't remember week 7 plays. It's just like, bro, we're getting beat just because we can't do no new shit.
Hey, shit, nigga, speaking of hood niggas playing football, my freshman year of high school, we had this nigga who was cold piece running back. Nigga was amazing. Just disappeared like 3 weeks into football season. We were like, hey, where does this nigga go? Like, he was killing. I'm talking about like 200 yards a game the first 3 games. Just disappeared. Like, didn't show up. And then one day, he just showed up at practice with a big ass hole in his stomach. Nigga got stabbed 17 times and just never came back. And we're like, hey, fam, we good? Oh, yeah, we good. Turned out, still an amazing athlete. Went on to play play football in Germany overseas, pro. Nigga was amazing. But it took him getting stabbed 17 times to be like, hey, nigga, the streets is really not it.
It took the nigga 17 times to be like, hey, nigga, I'm not playing football in the States. I'm going.
The first 16 times, he was like, nah, fam, I'm a hood nigga. I'm good. Number 17 was like, the streets ain't for me. I'm going to go play football.
Okay, did he get stabbed 17 times in the same spot? Or was they at least like...
Nigga, it was like a circle, like right here. Like
I don't know what that... Like, you can't...
Like, I want
So to give you a visual,
I'm imagining like you ain't moving too much.
To give you a visual of what Jeremiah was doing, he was circling like his lower stomach on the right side. I don't know what the fuck that is. If you know what that is, comment down below.
Some type of artery.
I mean, like,
it's probably something important. To be
real, when I was in high school, niggas actually got stabbed a lot. A lot of niggas that got stabbed when I was in high school, which is crazy because when I was in high school, like our high school wasn't that crazy. It was just. There were a lot of times where niggas fuck with the wrong motherfucker.
Like outside of school.
Like outside of school, and they would just get to get. I remember, we're gonna hop off topic. I have to tell this wild story though. My homie, we were in gym class, we were playing basketball. We used to have motherfuckers run laps, like while certain people be doing shit. If you don't want to play basketball, kickball, whatever, you just walk laps around the gym. Niggas hooping, miss a shot, shit clangs off the rim. Bounce over this dirty kid. He takes the ball and just throws that bitch. My homie goes like, hey, what the fuck? Pushes dude, starts talking shit. Everybody, nobody fights. He sees dude after school, calls him a bitch ass little motherfucker, and dude stabs him like 6 times. Just walks up. It was so fast. None of us knew what happened. He just got stabbed. And the dude just like walked off. And we were like, hey, fam, what the fuck was that? Nigga grabs his stomach and just walks away. I found that nigga 2 hours later at my homegirl's house. He was like, yeah, fam, he got me a couple times. As this nigga's like whole lower body is just covered in blood. And I'm like, nigga, you need to go to the hospital. Like, what are you doing?
He got me a couple times.
He got me a couple times. I was like, no, my nigga, you're about to die. And niggas were just always so nonchalant about getting stabbed. Bitch, if you pinch me too hard, I want to fight you. Niggas were getting stabbed and just walking away.
Like, this was one of our homies that was actually on that football team that freshman to sophomore year. You know him. I'll tell you the name afterwards. But this is his story. I guess he was at a party and a nigga just came up to him behind him and just stabbed him. But at the party, he said it felt like a pinch. He's like,
no, he was stabbed.
Like, listen, but that's what I'm saying. It's like he was at the party. He was like, ooh. He's like, and he was just like, just sitting there chilling at the party. He's just like, so then he's like, he told me he touched the back of his, like, you know, the lower back right side. He's like,
that man said, oh shit.
He's like, why my shirt? No, listen. It's like he's at the party and it's dark. He's just like, what's wet? I'm bumping this side. Oh, that's blood.
Imagine just going through the motions of the party.
Just like chilling at the party.
You're just sitting there chilling.
Imagine you just feel like a poke in your back.
Why am I getting so tired? We've been here that long.
Like, bro, I ain't even drunk anything yet.
Hey, what y'all put in that punch, fam? I'm not feeling too good.
Yo, that is nasty. Imagine just stabbing a nigga in the back and just walking off like that shit. Ooh.
It's like, hey, why you pinch me, fam?
Like, I got a sharp pain in my back. Now I move.
Hey, you just chilling on my couch.
You just chilling on the couch. Like, hey, why is my couch all red?
Get your ass up.
To tell a funny story that has to do with like high school, and then we'll go into another topic. So it's my freshman year. Tyler wasn't on the team this time, but like, we go play our first game. It's our first high school game. Niggas are nervous, you know, we're playing a different school because obviously, you know, 6th through 7th, 8th grade, like you're playing, you know, kids around your age. So you already know who, like, on whose team, and everybody splits up because everybody goes to the high school. So it's official. Even though it's a freshman game, it's official. So niggas, you know what I'm saying, get on the bus, everybody ready to go. Everybody, like, dress shoulder pads, helmet, like, shoes. You ain't really got to put your helmet on, but just basically have your shit so you ready for the game. My nigga, we get there, freshman coach, everybody handing out outfits and stuff like that, and then the coach, and then I'll tell you the name after this one too, but they go up to coach, and I'm like near coach because I'm the quarterback, so I'm talking to coach. He's like, Coach, I need some. He's like, what you need, son? You need like, a string, or you need dye pads.
Bro, by the way you voiced it, I already know who it is.
Nigga need a nigga hoodie and shit like that. He's like, nah, Coach, I forgot my helmet.
I was like,
I forgot my helmet.
And the worst part about this too is like, this man, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a black coach who's Army driven, God fearing man, and well, like one of the great mentors of that. When I tell you that this nigga had a nigga moment, he was like,
Nigga, what?
Nigga, your helmet. He's like, son, how do you forget your fucking helmet? He's like, I would have been okay with a knee pad, a thigh pad. It's like, nigga, your helmet? What the fuck? What's wrong? Shit, he's like, son, you need that to play, son. And he's just like, so you said, oh, I hate these things.
that's crazy as hell, boy. Like,
imagine you go to a game without your helmet.
well, that's like forgetting a glove.
I'm trying to catch with your man.
Hey, you should be out there now,
Bro, when I tell you that we had a nigga that was like, he was left-handed like me, but like he didn't have a glove. I had a glove. This nigga would use a right-handed glove, take that bitch off on a fly. It'd be a pop up. Bro, he would use whenever there was a pop up and it was coming his way. This nigga would have the time to take the glove off his right hand, throw that bitch on,
throw that bitch on left hand,
take it off, throw it on.
Everybody out there just looking at you like,
nigga, what are you doing?
I was like, bro, that was like a 10-second sequence.
Like, you might be better off just trying to catch
that bitch bare.
I was like, nigga, if you don't find you a glove.
I hate niggas, bro. Niggas in high school would act like nothing's wrong too. Like, what, bro? That's what I got to work with, bro. I had to fight all my life. No,
I think you know.
All my life I had to fight.
I think you know.
Oh my!
He's a little bit I wouldn't say cuckoo, schizophrenic. This was the same. And by the way, within like next couple games, that shit would catch up to him because he untimed it. This nigga got hit and knocked out by a fly ball. Me and Brent were coming back from QT, right? Shout out to Brent. And we just see a whole bunch of like trainers and shit on the field. And we just see his ass in there, bro.
Slumped.
I was like, bro, what happened? He's like, oh, he got hit by a fly ball. He didn't catch it. I was like, oh, you mean he did that little thing where he would take the glove off?
Okay, last one. I was telling one of my homies at work just recently about a football story. And it was just funny because, like, I caught a bubble, and I think this is a JV game. I caught a bubble, and the nigga with a little pop-out. I just see this nigga's soul leave his body because his ankle gave out. He's like, oh, shit. Like, hearing the nigga go, oh, shit, on the football field is just funny. It's funny. Because I'm like, oh, shit. Just
Hey, fam, you ever have that moment where you line up across from a nigga and he immediately realizes that he is not ready to deal with you at all?
Nigga just sighs.
Nigga's like, oh, shit.
Hey, bro, go easy.
Hey, fam, just don't make me look too bad on film.
You're like, bro, drop me down, gentle. Like, speaking of gentle and gentle things, I feel like America doesn't appraise a black man raising their daughter as much. Jeremiah, you want to talk about that? Because that is something that's obviously beautiful and dope, too.
Hey, man, I'm going to be honest. Being a girl dad is the biggest, like, just, like, mind fuck ever.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why you say that?
Like, I was a very interesting individual before I became a dad. Like, I did some questionable things.
You were known as a thought, I would say.
Wow, sir.
Hey, we ain't gonna act like you ain't call me a 3-star prospect. You ain't call me a you a tight end.
You a 3-star offensive lineman, bro.
No, like, see, bro. Nah, bro. You gotta get these jokes. You was a thought. All right, go ahead. You were reformed. Nah, you're not even reformed. But anyway,
I was a very friendly individual. But you know, I always used to hear this saying when I was growing up in Mississippi. It was like, if you are like a thought, as Brian called me, when you get older and you have kids, God's going to give you a daughter, so your biggest fear always be your daughter meeting someone like you. And, oh, God, that is so true. Like, that is so true. Like, that is like my biggest fear now is that my daughter's gonna grow up and meet somebody that she thinks reminds her of me, and I'm gonna shoot that nigga in his chest,
bro.
The second she's like, "Oh, Dad, he reminds me so much of you," bam.
Bro, hope that nigga can't fight.
Nah.
That nigga might be built different, bro. Like 20, like what? Your daughter, bro?
I don't know what I'm gonna do if a nigga,
2040, that nigga can fight.
If my daughter ever bring home a nigga and he just decides to try me, like
Bro, don't call me.
He'd be like, hey, bro. He'd be like, your dad ain't that big.
Like, size you up. A nigga ever like, I don't even like motherfuckers like now being like sizing me up, being like, hey, you really not all that big. Hey, fam, don't do that. Like,
bro, knock it off.
Like, as soon as a nigga figure out he can lift you, oh yeah, this nigga can get done.
Hey, I will say, like, as soon as I figured out when I was in like high school, once I figured out like my pops couldn't do shit with me, like if I really wanted to, I'd fold that nigga into a pretzel. The whole dynamic in the house changed.
An accordion.
like,
I'm out. Where you going? I said I'm out.
Shit, one day I literally, like, I had my homie, we went out partying, got hella drunk. My homie stayed the night in my crib. We literally woke up. My dad looked at me like, hey, who the fuck is in my house? I was like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm about to run him home and I'm going to go get some food. And this nigga literally just looked at me, like just stared at me as I took his car keys and walked out the house. And he was still in the same spot when I got home with food, just looking at me. Like, nigga, have you lost your mind? Hey, nigga, you can't whoop me though, so leave me alone.
So does that come with anxiety as well too? I know that's it's an older fear, but like, what about now?
Oh shit, it's not even an older fear. Like, I have anxiety now. Like,
nigga, I'm talking like. Well, you said yeah.
Oh no. Okay, like when niggas,
because you're like, oh, I'm worried about a nigga coming home.
Like niggas,
she ain't gonna bring no nigga from preschool.
No, I thought you were like, do I have anxiety like being a dad now? No.
Yeah,
I have anxiety about like, I'm super weird about my daughter because like my daughter is like, she's a beautiful girl. Like, I have a very, very pretty daughter. It actually freaks me the fuck out when random people come to me and play like, oh, your daughter's so pretty, because I equate that with, what if you snatched my kid right now?
Like, you gotta be like your mom. You go like, hey, what you mean?
Yeah, but what
do you mean by that?
Because there's different ways that people approach you when they want to say that. Like, I've had like I hate to like always separate shit by like racial lines, but like black people and white people have very different like boundaries when it comes to approaching people they don't know. Like, older white people will come up to us in public and it's either they're disgusted at, you know, like us being out in public together, or they're like, oh, your daughter's so cute, like I love her hair, and they touch my kid.
Yeah.
And like that, like I'm even pre-COVID, like I was very like anti-random people touching me, my kid, any of that. And now, like with COVID going on, like I've literally like grabbed people's hands and be like, hey, don't do that.
Do it.
Like, oh, nice to meet you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like, and I've noticed like when I'm like, black people will be like, oh, I love her hair, or like they'll say things, but they also like keep a respectful distance. But another thing I have noticed about niggas is they offer unsolicited advice.
Oh,
all the time. Yeah. Like, hey, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up.
That's a black person bag right there. Like,
like, I don't know you, and I'm literally never going to see you again. But I'm gonna give you all this advice that you're not gonna pay any attention to. So,
yeah, hey, relax.
Save your breath, bro.
Actually, in that same tone, real quick.
Niggas don't have the mindset to figure it out by the way.
Like, bro, it's 2021. I have a literal computer in my pocket as a cell phone. Like, if there's anything I need to figure out, I can Google it. I can YouTube it. Like, the only person I ever ask for advice is my mom. And like half the time, I don't even want her to give me advice. I just want her to tell me that I'm right, or that what I'm doing is the right thing.
Like, but and that same tone, just to go real quick. Actually, I wanted this with y'all too. Like, at least as like young black men, like, you know, obviously I've seen a cute kid before, but obviously as a grown man, like, you can't really say that shit because I've always felt like I can acknowledge like, oh, that's a cute kid, but I can't say, oh, that's a cute kid. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck, bro? You know what I mean?
I feel like I definitely feel more comfortable like saying that, oh, like that kid is cute now that I am a parent, and like when I have my kid with me, but I can't be some random nigga off the street. Oh my god, like your kid's so cute. Police! Policia. Nah, niggas gonna get me the fuck out of there.
That's what, because I'm always like walking and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna say shit. That's
I'm actually more comfortable telling people their kid's ugly than cute. Now that I think about it, like I'll casually tell you your kid's ugly as fuck and that little nigga's making my stomach hurt. But telling you your kid's cute is hard, bro. It's like, If I tell you your kid's ugly, you're not gonna be uncomfortable. Like, oh, he's an asshole, but like he's not gonna take my kid.
To be honest, I've seen some ugly ass babies.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm shooting you, bro. You can't.
I honestly believe most kids are ugly. Like, I was blessed with a pretty cute kid when she was born, but I think most kids are kind of ugly when they're first born.
Bro, but you can't say my stomach hurt because of your kid. I'm
Don't-
shooting you. You
Hey,
get shot.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. One of my homies like had his kid, like he had his daughter like a year after mine, and been my homie ever since I moved to Iowa. The nigga's like my brother.
I hope you don't listen to the podcast.
I hope you don't, because I almost said something wild as fuck that he'll absolutely shoot me over later, and it's wilder than what I'm about to say. But I had to tell my mom that he had a kid, and I didn't know how to tell my mom what his kid came out looking like, so I just sent my mom pictures of his kid, and my mom's just like, hey, quit playing on your phone. Like, why you send me a picture of him with a wig on? Like, why you Photoshop that shit? I was like, oh, mom, that's his kid. Like,
yo, imagine, see, iPhone was the greatest thing and the worst thing at the same time. Imagine you send a picture of your kid to your homie, and that shit just said read. Red. Nigga ain't putting no smiles.
Niggas did not respond to the picture of your kid.
I know how you can react to a picture. He puts the laughing emoji.
That'd be a newborn.
Niggas said you send your nigga a picture of your newborn child. Niggas leave you on red. You drop your daughter in the group chat. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
That's not the one, fam.
I ain't gonna lie. I look alright. So my
hey, restart, try again.
whoever I shoot the club up with, they gotta be fine because I want a cute baby. So
Wrong. You want to shoot the club up with an ugly chick?
See, but I'm scared though.
Nigga, I'm ugly. I shot this club up with.
Hey, yo, I'm let's go.
I know you ain't hear that. Just go ahead and skip that. That was just
we'll come back later.
This man is dying like OJ.
That nigga wearing a glove right now. I mean, I've heard that too, but then at the same time, that's what I'm like.
All I know is I have a cute kid, and I think I'm ugly as fuck. So it's got to balance out somehow.
Like, yeah. Well, I also want my wife to carry the genetics too, because like, if you have like your girl or whatever, and you think she's pretty, it's like you would want your kids to have those cute features.
Yeah.
Because there's
how do you decide like what features you want like your kid to have from each of you though?
That's a good point.
Like, do you just like hope that they get a good combo? Because I think that's what my homie was doing. He was not like looking at it long term because his kid got like the worst of both of them. Like,
I mean, but that might be something that they grow into because if that kid has a big ass head, the body ain't gonna fit.
His daughter got big ass head, tiny ears, and her eyes are too far apart.
Oh, would you want your kid to grow up like obese? Like I don't think I can have. Honestly, I don't think I can have a fat ass kid because I was fat.
I was a fat ass kid, but also like kids weren't as mean like when we were growing up as they are nowadays. Nowadays, niggas will make like a whole Facebook page to talk shit about how fat you are. Like all kinds of like Photoshop pictures of you.
They'll turn you into a comedian.
Like niggas will literally have you. Like, I honestly understand why some motherfuckers show up and shoot the school up. Like you don't know what these kids were saying to this motherfucker.
Like you could be fat. Like my kid could be fat. I just don't want you to be a lazy fat.
You just gotta be funny.
Like
funny.
That's who. But
funny, yeah.
But like you can't be a lazy fat. I'm talking about some. Dad, can you bring me a plate? Well, if you gotta take a breath every time you say something, we gotta work on something. Like you can't be that kid like that.
Bring me a plate.
I heard talking like Shaq's kid. Daddy, I'm hungry.
All right, like let the little motherfucker be 3 or 4 talk about pick me up, nigga. Fuck you.
Nigga, you the same size as me. Talking about some pick me up.
Nigga, if I pick you up, I'm rolling you down a fucking alley. You fucking bowling ball.
Thunderstorm. Dad, can I get in the bed with y'all?
No. Get your big ass out of here.
Nigga sleep on your leg. I get your leg amputated.
Your whole leg done fell asleep. You're like, hey.
But I'm 5.
Wake up. Daddy, put me on your shoulder. Hey, nigga, can you imagine going to the zoo and your kid wants to get on your shoulders? You got a team lift your child on your shoulders?
He's just being in the zoo in the stroller, dragging his feet. Stroller ain't moving.
Bro, I took my daughter to the zoo a couple weeks ago, and I seen a big-ass kid in a stroller with his feet dragging around. I'm like, I'm like, hey, he can
over.
walk. Like, he can walk.
It's
like,
over.
Like, hey, little nigga, get out and walk. Like,
That's
you
a
too big for
Decepticon.
this
Like, I can
shit.
see his feet. Nigga, doesn't need me to transform.
Stroller ain't even moving
Hey,
the
Phil,
stroller.
you got Megatron over here. Like, what is you on?
The stroller sitting like this.
This one was gonna tip that bitch over.
Bro, you might as well get the fuck up out.
You over here getting a full workout trying to push that motherfucker.
Nigga trying to get lift off his shit. God damn, man. Okay, what kind of dad do you think you'll be, Tyler? Like in the future?
I'm trying to be, honestly, to God, I'm trying to be a fit, sexy pops. That's all I'm trying to be.
You gonna get fat first.
Yeah, I know.
I promise you. That shit'll make you get fat real fast.
Kind of like how girls be doing Brian's dad. They be like, damn, this.
That's probably why I didn't get no play.
Hey,
they definitely.
real
Hey,
question, Brian.
I see what Lil Brian doing, but I want
big Brian. Like how many times did your pops pull up at a game and you had shorties in the crowd like, oh yeah, I'm feeling him, Brian. He the QB, stud wide receiver.
I'm gonna tell you this: if the girls that we knew had their way, they would literally ask you in your DMs if they had their way. They'd be like, hey. What's your address? What's your pops?
What's your pops doing right now?
All right, nigga, relax. That was one time that a girl asked my.
Hey, my nigga, that's damn. Nigga, you
really bro, okay.
I gotta hear the story. No.
No, that was just an Instagram thing. But this story, we was out in Westmore, so we was at the nice mall, the fancy mall, right? Me and my dad. I'm like, at the time, I might be a freshman in college, like. I'm like 19. Like, I'm 19 and 18. I remember that at the time. And then me and my dad, we just shopping. Nigga didn't even look that cool. Nigga had the pop cookout sandals on type shit. It was a little fitted. Like, I think we was gonna do something outside. And like, you know, I'm pretty oblivious to signs and things of that nature. So when I see you, and you do a sign, and it's like, nigga, this was me. Oh shit, we lit. Like, getting confidence boost out of it. So I see two fine girls, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of them was like this. So I'm like, and they're like, yeah, you come over there. So I'm like, yo, what's up? And then they're like, oh, what's up? What you got? What you doing? Da da da. I'm like, oh, I'm chilling. And it's like, so what you on after this? It's like, what you and your brother on? I'm like, yeah, me and my brother.
My brother.
Yeah, he single. Bitch, that's my dad. Nastiest bitches ever. I'm 18 and 19. Nastiest bitches haven't. I was like, again?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's how, you know what? That's how much.
That's the dad
that shows how much
be
pull,
real nigga shit.
That's how much pull your pops got. Because he ain't even got to wear a decent fit.
Your pops he had the Grill Master 9000s on there. Like, what you and your brother finna get into? Because I know what we trying to get him into.
I just walked away. I was like, y'all have a nice day. And then, like, worst part about telling this nigga is, like, I'll tell this nigga, he's like, hey, see, nigga, I still got it.
You still got it?
You hope to look this good when you got it. Nigga, shut up. That'd be the worst part.
Hey, real nigga shit. That honestly brings me, like, one of my biggest fears about being a dad. What if my daughter brings her friends home and she in, like, high school or college, and them bitches are like, so what's your dad? I don't know if I'm gonna have like the strength of character in my advanced age. Just be like, because like right now, like I'm 27. I'm old. I'm getting to be an old nigga. I can't even really look at you if you're not 22, 23. So what if like when I'm in my like 40s, 50s, little 18-year-old pull up on me? Am I gonna be real enough to be like, no, I can't. Like Or would be like, hey, nigga, I'm an old man. I'm still pimping. So I heard knocking down 18-year-olds.
I guess it really depends on the situation you in.
That's kind of, I don't know.
Like,
it's weird.
That's one of the ones where I'm like, Also, I be seeing some weird shit on Pornhub. Like, just keep it real stacked. Like, that's what. It's like you talk about stepdad. Shut your ass up. I just be scrolling porn like, wow, motherfuckers is really into this. What if this is what I become later?
All right, here's another thing as far as like future dads and being a dad. What do you think your daughter's going to be in the friend group?
I hope she's. I don't know. Because I want her to be kind of like interested in like obviously kind of the same type of like things like music and then like like writing and photography and stuff like that. Like I don't think I want her to be like a nerd. I guess because I don't think I can handle that shit.
I mean, that's not a bad thing too. What I was talking
at least I know that she wouldn't be getting into some shit. I guess
what I was talking about is like if anything in the squad, things like that, I want her to be like kind of like me, where like she was like cool, but she could be extroverted if she needs to. She could be introverted if she needs to. Like she's not really just a dependent person on anyone. Because there's niggas in the squads.
Man,
that,
your daughter
that,
gonna be bringing home a grip of niggas just along
with
with
this nigga's so disrespectful.
What they doing over here?
Hey, you ever see that? What is it? The video where they like the 6 niggas carry the one white bitch over their shoulder. That's how they should be bringing this nigga Brian's daughter home. Like,
bro, no,
we go.
What the fuck? No, and I was just bitch.
And why both I'm revoking my Godfather card at that.
Nigga, your daughter could be the wild one out the group. You was talking shit.
No, that wouldn't be my daughter. I'm tearing her ass up. No,
I
mean, I'm not. No.
I already know my daughter's gonna be literally the female version of me. I see it now, and it's like, oh, you gonna be a problem. I just hope that like. Because my daughter's into like watching anime and shit with me now, I hope that as she grows up, she's more comfortable like expressing her like interests. Because I know when it comes time to like, we finna turn up or what y'all trying to get into, she's gonna be the one. I don't know, but it's finna be wild as fuck. Whatever y'all trying to do, like, because that was my role in the group. Was like, I don't really care what we get into. I don't really care what we get into, but if I decide, this would be a good idea, we gonna see how that goes.
Right.
Tyler, wild one too. Why you talking about your daughter finna be turned up? Nigga, you the wild one. You gotta watch out for your daughter too.
I also am like 90% sure my daughter's gonna hate all niggas because her dad's a piece of shit.
Yeah, what if I want my daughter?
She might just be like, fuck
I actually want my daughter to date white.
Nigga, why?
Nigga, why?
I can't stand because if it was a nigga like me, I couldn't stand me.
If it was a nigga, I mean, I agree with that. I definitely could say to my daughter, brought home a nigga like me. But the only thing that I could think would be worse is, what if she just bring home a white nigga like me? Like, what if it's just a white dude that's just like me, wild as fuck, just...
Yo, if she bring home Machine Gun Kelly or something like that,
I would beat that nigga's ass. Like, get the fuck away from my daughter, nigga.
Like, the worst part would be is if that nigga's wild as you and that nigga don't care. You talk about like, what if you do the old school tactic where you bring the shotgun? Like, I'm gonna have my daughter at this time. Well, fuck, I'm gonna have a daughter. I'm gonna have your daughter.
Be like, these are my guns. He's like, oh, that's it.
That's all you got. Hey, come out to my car real quick. Look in the trunk.
Bro, that nigga tap the thing. Nigga just roll out.
Nigga pull out with the Men in Black fucking arsenal. Just open that bitch up. Guns everywhere.
Like, all right, you got a king.
He asking you, hey, when you trying to go to the range, bro?
Oh yeah, I like that little pea shooter. When you want to shoot some real hardware. Hey, fam, why are you talking like this?
Like, hey, knock it off, bro. Hey,
I was trying to scare you. Now you got me nervous.
They got more ammo than you. He got.
That shit would be scary, man. Like having a daughter, you just gotta be smart too. And
hey, question though: what if you had a son and like you sent him to somebody's crib and they did that gun shit? Would you be cool with that?
Nah,
because nobody ever tried that shit with me. But like I thought about
6'4", like 200 plus pounds.
I feel like I'm the last nigga you want like your daughter to go anywhere.
I mean, you might not be wrong, but like you at least like they gotta do this. If they gotta look up first, they're like, all right, hold on, this nigga power level trying to.
I was imagine like you look at me. I don't even want to try to fight this nigga. Where's the gun at? Like we just gonna shoot him in the knees real quick.
Honestly,
bring him down the side.
You gotta knock him down.
I honestly like, yeah. I guess I never been hit with the gun shit either, or any intimidating factor. I don't know. Like, I guess the bitches I fuck with, like, their parents were just cool, or they just knew that.
I think that's just
they
corny.
They knew their daughter is just like
I think that's just
or something because they just kind of was like,
that's just some sitcom.
Yeah,
shit. That's just so corny nowadays. Like, hey, let me show you to my gun case.
When I was coming up, I definitely thought like that was some shit that only happened on like sitcoms and bad TV shows. But nigga, there were definitely some motherfuckers that were really out here like pulling the shotty, like, I'll bring my daughter home. Like prom one year, we had this dude. He just brought like his gun to take pictures. Like he didn't want to take no pictures with niggas. Niggas just showed up to like while we were taking like prom pictures, and he just had that bitch in the car, had the AK.
Everybody got short. Like, taking pictures. Niggas like in a whole tuxedo, just like this.
So I'm like, fam, like why? Like it's not that serious.
I mean, like also like. Yeah, when I was talking to girls, especially in high school and like things of that nature, their parents was cool as fuck. They ain't really. They just like I would be like going downstairs with their daughter and like maybe another friend with another girl, and they're just like, "What's up, guys?" And just walk up the stairs. I'm just like, "Nigga, you know what we can do?"
I will say I did date this one girl in high school, and like her dad absolutely knew that I was cracking her cheeks, and he had the wildest like game plan for like knocking that shit out I've ever seen. He decided that we were going to watch her be born as a group. So we watched for an hour the woman who I had sex with like 30 minutes before that be born. And you want to know what the best comment of that entire situation was? Look at that ass. You can bounce a quarter off that and get 50 cents back. And I literally didn't even look at him. I looked directly at his wife and was like, we doing this. And she just smiling at me. I'm like, white people are weird.
Bro, I would have been like, hey, what's up with the mom? I seen what the
I saw
see
all
what the box look like.
I'm like, hey, fella, let me slide in. This probably feel like velvet inside.
I would go home like, you know what? I don't want to pussy. You can have it.
That's some shit I don't think I'd ever do as a dad. It's like, hey, watch my kid. Let's watch her be born together.
That's so off. That's so weird. Like, why would you?
Speaking of weird, for those of you who don't know, Jeremiah is a security guard at a bar.
Yes.
So our perspective of nightlife and your perspective of nightlife would be kind of different. How can you speak on that nightlife? I just want to say this podcast sucks because the topics.
The topics are all over the place today,
bro. We're already an hour in. Like that's.
Hey, but we're funny.
We're funny as fuck. We still, and we didn't even touch on like the sad stories, so we doing good.
Yeah, go ahead. So, can you speak on the nightlife as from someone that works at the bar as a bouncer, a security guard, and top flight security of the world?
Top flight security of the world, ass nigga. I will say that before I moved to Des Moines, I worked at a biker bar that was. Niggas were bringing in all types of weapons. Like, I pulled a whip off of a nigga before, like switchblades, clubs, all kinds of shit. So when I moved up here to Des Moines and got a job at a bar, that's what I was used to dealing with. And somehow you niggas here in Des Moines are even fucking weirder than anything I have ever experienced. I have been shit on. I have been puked on. I have been spit on. Like, my nigga, like, there have been...
Shitted on? Damn.
Shitted on.
That's
like, I carried a passed out woman out of the bathroom of the bar, and this woman shit down her leg and, like, all down, like, the bottom half of my shirt.
Did you go home, nigga?
Nah, nigga, I took my shirt off.
That would have been the end of the night.
Nigga, I'm pulling the whole phone over that shit through. Because I'm not...
Fair,
bro, if you lift the shit up...
Nigga, we was like... Yeah, it's like sliding that shit off like Spider-Man.
You got human feces on me.
Because, nigga, that's a shake. I'm losing it. All right.
Oh, yeah, and niggas love to crack jokes about that when I'm at work. It's like, nah, fam, that was the most traumatic night of my life. Like, fam, we can deal with all kinds of shit, but you shitting, like, literal feces? Nah, I can't deal with that.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, that would demoralize me if I got hit with a whip by a nigga. Like,
well, all right. As far as like the whip thing goes, that actually was a fun night because the dude definitely like dipped out on a drug deal, and he had some very, very serious people looking for him. And my young ass I was like 21, 22 at the time. And when these niggas walked in, we had to pat everybody down if they looked suspicious. And I literally like felt a like whip on this dude's leg, and I'm like, my guy. I was like, I don't want to ask what's in your pants, but he looked at me and sized me up, and nigga reached in his pants and just like uncoiled a whip, like a bull whip, like, and I'm like, nigga, what the Indiana Jones type shit is this? Only nigga with a weapon on him was the nigga with a whip, and everybody else was just cool. I'm like, I mean, y'all can go talk to him, but
niggas talk about, like, oh yeah, that's great.
Like, I really want to just be like, here, take it. I kind of want to see what you're going to do. Like, are you just going to whip this nigga? Like, but nah, that nigga probably could have killed me because these niggas were, like, I was working at a bar where niggas were moving coke. Like, niggas were doing serious bullshit in here. And I'm over here just kind of sitting here like, please don't shoot me. And I was making like $10 an hour, so it wasn't worth it at all. Like, I moved up here and I deal with fucking drunk white college kids, and I make $25 an hour, and them niggas still test my patience. Like, I was working the other night, and I found this dude laying in the middle of the bar floor, and I, like, went to pick him up, and I just saw him sit in a chair. And I found him in the DJ booth 5 minutes later, like, humping our DJ, and I was like, all right, fam, you get the fuck up out of here. This nigga took, like, 2 steps.
Yeah, it's time to get you up out of here, bro.
He took, like, 2 steps forward and just turned around and looked at me. And I was like, all right, no, come on, we got to go. And they just punched me in the face.
Wow. Nice.
And according to my coworker who watched it all happen through the window, I just looked at him, punched him in the face, and before his, like, back hit the ground, my foot was on his chest. And apparently, like, everybody in the bar was, like, terrified because no one saw him hit me. They just thought I punched this dude in the face for no reason. I had a little girl from, I think she's from, like, Europe. She's from somewhere in Europe. She's a foreign exchange student at fucking Drake. Come up to me, like, bawling after I threw the dude out. Please don't ever hit anybody again. I've never seen anyone get in a fight, and that was terrifying. And I'm like, I don't usually do that, but, like, he punched me in the face. He hit me, and I just reacted. Sorry. Oh, well, it was very scary. And I'm like, all right, well, thanks for asking if I'm okay.
So then, knowing what you know now as someone that works at a bar in the nightlife, do you even like going out anymore as much?
See, honestly, like, I started working at a bar because I used to drink a lot. Like, I used to go out. Like, my nightly bar tabs used to range anywhere from, like, $100 to $200.
Yeah.
Like, drinking. Like, and it was,
Bugging out.
wilding the fuck out. Like, it was awful. So that's why I started working at bars, and now I don't even really like drinking that much. Like, I go out maybe once every blue moon, but it is one of those things where, like, I go out now, and it's like, oh, we gotta make up for, all that time I ain't been out.
Right.
But, like, I still, like, I enjoy, like, going out and drinking, but, like, I don't think, like, I've gone out in, like, downtown Des Moines, like, on a Saturday night, like, once, and I hated every second of it.
Really?
It's so much of it is, like, people walking up to me and being like, oh, you're the guy from the bar. Like, I know you. And I'm like, my nigga, I don't know you. Like, you recognize
you
me
get
from
that
working.
on court.
Like, bro, it's crazy. And, like, when you work down there, everyone thinks they know you. And, like, I'm super friendly when I'm working. Like, I talk to everybody. Like, I could sell sand to a camel if I had to. These motherfuckers think we are the best of friends when they see me out. Like, motherfuckers want my number. They want to add me on Snap. Like, oh, let's kick it. Like, ooh, up in the bam. Like, some random dude walked up to me last night. I was like, oh, man, I live downtown. Like, we should kick it. Da, da, da. Like, let me get your number.
Nigga, what?
And I'm like, nigga, you literally walked in the door. And, like, this was our conversation. Like, I don't know who you are. And I'm like, I added that nigga on Snapchat and then blocked him, like, right after. I didn't know I'd be like, nah, fam, this is a weird-ass situation. So I was just like, yeah, here. Blocked.
Nigga talk about, bro, I don't know why my shit not the same.
He was like, I was trying to hit you up, but it's grayed out. I don't know what to tell you, fam.
I don't know. That's crazy because, like, I feel like that shit only occurs when, like, they have to be drinking. Like, prior to even, like, them approaching you. They gotta be,
like because, like, some of the shit, like, people do, like, I can't imagine just, like, you doing that shit and, like, normal every day.
I'm like sober. I'm not walking up to a nigga that I do not know sober and being like, hey, yo, let me get your Snapchat, bro. You look like
kick it, bro. Like,
where'd you come from?
Like, nigga, who the fuck are you?
Honestly, like, when I go out now, like, I like being with a group that I fuck with, and I like stepping out for, like, a little bit, maybe an hour or two. And honestly, I like running into people that I already fuck with. Because usually, if I run into someone that I already fuck with, it's usually, like, I never see them in this light. So it's like, how are you really when you move casually and shit like that? And sometimes it's lit. Sometimes they be annoying as fuck, and they're like, oh my God. Like, hey, relax.
I will say, anybody that listens to this later, if you saw me at all during summer 2020 on a Sunday, I do want to apologize. That was a different man. We were out here doing marathons. Like, I would get off work at the bar at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. 11 a.m. Sunday morning, niggas are at brunch drinking mimosas, and we would close down bars. So if you saw me at all, it was a whole different animal. But that shit was fun for a little bit, but it's one of those things, like, you get burned out. Like, I used to have a homie, or shit, I still do have a homie that literally doesn't sleep.
Nah,
like, he'll be up for days. Shit, one of my coworkers was up for 2 days straight, just lit, partying. I watched this motherfucker get in a foot race and just knock himself out cold. Like, nigga, I'm talking like tripped over his own feet, fell, smacked himself on the ground, out cold, snoring. I thought this nigga was dead. Like, we had to pick this nigga up, like, wake this nigga. You know how, like, niggas get hit on the field and they wobbly.
You gotta give it that smell
salts. Got the smell salts. Nigga, I'm standing over here. Come on, fam, wake up. Get up. Nigga finally woke up, puking blood, and I'm like, this nigga's in the hospital. Nah, like, niggas.
That'd be
like,
the worst.
Like, niggas here in Des Moines, like, if they're like, oh, I'm about that life, like, I like to go out, niggas do not be joking. Like, they're really about that action.
Fucking nuts, too. So, Tyler, because I would say your nightlife kind of changed. Like, you used to go downtown a lot, and now you kind of, like, find, like, nice little spots where you could chill and vibe. You want to talk about that for a little bit? Or?
Yeah, I wouldn't say, like, I've seen a lot of shit. I'll say it. I'll admit that I was wild. I was definitely living with my ego, leading with my ego, I guess. But yeah, now that like I get older, I feel that it's just kind of important for me to actually like observe every situation, every like thing that's going on around me, and be able to know that hey, if shit goes awry or like if shit goes down, that I know that I could control what I do. Mm-hmm. And that's me getting the fuck up out of there and being safe.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so, I mean, back then, when I was younger, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was like, man, fuck, I'm having a good time. Fuck anything else that's about to happen. And if it happens, it happens. But now I'm like, man, fuck, maybe I don't want this shit to happen. like if I'm having a good time, I don't want shit to pop off, like, pop out. Or, like, me being in an altercation, me being a part of an altercation, like I've been in like damn near like when somebody literally was about to punch this dude and literally came across me like this, and I was just like on in the back of my head, like I was talking to a shorty, and I just see like a
fish just fly by.
I'm like, damn, who the fuck? Oh no, nobody up in here. That don't.
Why is niggas trying to punch me? What the fuck?
My problem is like I'm like when I go out and stuff like that, I am sociable, but like. I'm too much of a people person, so I'm like, oh yeah, that motherfucker drunk, and that motherfucker bumping into everybody. Somebody gonna swing on that nigga, or then like my nigga sense too strong. I'm like, I see a group of niggas over here, see a group of niggas over here. They just somehow merged together.
Like, I got niggas that curled up. Like, speaking of your nigga sense, remember when you came down with the roadies and nigga turned around looking for me? I'm in the middle of the street about to fight a nigga.
Let me tell this story. So like we was like, I think it was a party bus or something. No, maybe it was.
No, I think it was a shorty old girl's party bus.
Okay, yeah. So we was on a party bus. So we got off the party bus, making stops, and like went to like Outlaw stuff like that. So then we visit Jeremiah. So like, yo, what up? Having Jeremiah talking to them, cracking up jokes with him because me and him we go back. So they like 20, 30 minutes go by, and I'm telling you, like. To give a visual representation of the audio podcast, I like turn my back to the doorway where I can see outside the door, and I see Jeremiah just holding his hands together like he's about to pray, but just sitting there sighing like, I don't want to put my hands on this nigga. But
that is the universal signal for fam. Like, I'm really about to fuck you up, and I don't want to do this. Please go away.
And then, nigga, you know what the worst part about it is? Like, you know how, like, a pitcher probably, like, winds up to throw a pitch on the mound and, like, kind of side arms it and it goes down? This nigga side arms some pepper spray was just like, I'm
sitting there chest to chest with this nigga, and I feel one of my coworkers come over and, like, start pushing something into my hip. So I, like, turn my hand, and he pushes the can of mace on my shit, and I'm like, oh, now they gave it to me. They're really going to be mad if I fight, dude. So, and then he kept talking. I was like, all right, nigga. Shh.
And the worst part about that nigga, too, like, he was getting pushed by, like, some girl. Like, nigga had his shirt off.
Nigga had his shirt off. He was trying to get across the street bad to fight me. And his girl's like, no, it's not worth it. Them niggas was down the street yelling at me. Like,
and the worst part about it is, like, niggas were dying. Like, niggas were...
like, nigga, whole street just got cloud of mace in that bitch.
And I was just like, I went like this. I was, oh, damn, niggas wild. Let me just put
classic Brian fashion, just like, damn, all right.
Because like niggas wild. You couldn't really hear unless you was really listening, because obviously music was playing in the bar. So I was just like, yeah, let's just go ahead and try to ignore that, because that's just wild. And then like, yeah, I don't even know what happened, because we ended up walking out that way too. So I was just like, yeah, fuck it. And niggas was wilding. Yeah, I'm more like, I like that vibey shit, like kind of how like we used to do with the roadies, where after work shift just come through, chill with a bunch of people.
That's more my shit right there. Like
that
going through
fire.
like, nigga, we used to go play darts for like an hour and a half, and that shit was lit.
That's
niggas
fun.
having fun as fuck, just cracking jokes, playing darts. Niggas playing fucking 301 with like 5 people.
Mm-hmm. And games lasted forever type shit. Ooh, but speaking of forever and a good funny topic that I want to talk about. I don't know how many animes Tyler has really been watching lately, but we're going to talk about the very classic that is Dragon Ball. And the topic...
Come on now.
Well, I know. I don't know Dragon Ball.
You're on the wrong podcast.
What I'm saying is like he don't know a lot of animes, but we're going to talk about Dragon Ball. The topic that I want to talk about, and I feel like it might be controversial, it might be a hot take with Dragon Ball. Cell is that nigga, will always be that nigga, and forever be that nigga. Cell made Dragon Ball better. Because think about it. Cell had the androids. The only ones that didn't really... Like 1920 were kind of... But 18...
washed.
18, 17, and 16 were all fire. We got Future Trunks out of the Cell arc. We got fucking Teen Gohan doing his thing. Goku chilling in the cut.
You know what I'm saying? Being the worst father in fucking history.
The Z Fighters getting their shit in. Like, everybody was lit. The fucking Cell arc. Like, Cell is that...
The crazy fact about that Cell... I want to say this. The crazy fact about that Cell... This man, Goku was literally just watching Cell just wash his son
for 2 hours.
The fact that Piccolo had to be like, "Hey, nigga, hey, bro, hey, what you doing, bro?"
This nigga Cell had Gohan in the headlock just eating knees like bitch.
Bro,
worst part about it,
he was a servant.
Worst part about it is I think Goku was really like, "Hey, Cell, you need sex with me,
bro." Like niggas were like, "Hey, what did you want? We got sex with me."
Oh, what is that? Look at that shit.
Hey, hold on, nigga. I feel good.
And another reason why Cell is...
And nobody was going to check Goku either, because like, nobody else was going to check this nigga. Like, what, y'all going to say I can't?
They look at Goku like, hey, fam, I know we can't whoop you, but come on.
But I don't know.
Like, you ain't going to stomp out Goku. Like,
niggas ain't have nothing for Goku.
What made it so crazy is Cell was like... Oh, y'all niggas need a year to train, but basically be a week out here. I bet I'm gonna build an arena.
Nigga, I'm gonna say that. Wait, that's the coldest part of the Cell games. The nigga built the arena and stood in one spot with his arms crossed.
No food or nothing. It didn't even cut to him moving. It just
bro, niggas came there and was just like I'm waiting for niggas to pull up.
He said, y'all take as long as y'all need. Like it's whatever. Like I'm gonna blow up the world regardless.
Cause like I'm thinking of Frieza, like. Frieza's the starter, and I feel like it wouldn't be better without Frieza.
Frieza was just a racist.
Frieza's the most racist anime villain of all time.
Bro, I don't know how he made the monkey sound like a nigga.
Bro, in the Broly movie,
monkeys.
How's it going, monkeys? Hey, nigga, why, bro? I feel insulted right now. Hello, monkeys. Hey, little nigga. Hey. Nigga, you are like 3 feet tall. But hey, I will say this though. This is my biggest gripe with Dragon Ball Super, actually. Niggas are dead set on bringing Frieza back and like making him, this GOAT villain. Nigga, Cell was charismatic as fuck. Nigga had jokes for days. Like, bring that nigga back. Like, there's so much shit. There's like, nigga, Cell was folding. Nigga, Cell was like, you know what? None of you niggas can whoop me. Hold on while I shit out a couple kids, and you fight them niggas. And then his kids beat the fuck out of everybody.
And it was crazy too. His Cell was made of the perfect cells of these niggas that he was beating their ass. Like, I got a bit of Goku in me. I got a bit of Piccolo.
Nigga was whooping people and like, hold on, let me pull out your signature move. Piccolo special beam cannon ass.
They got the arm chopped off. Yeah, like that shit ain't gonna grow back, nigga. I'm you, nigga.
That nigga Cell was looking at Piccolo like, all right, hold on, you keep coming back. How many times can I come back, nigga? You indestructible over here.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Cell was really that nigga, and we don't talk about it. I feel like Cell gets slandered the most. Like, they want to say Kid Buu and Frieza are the better. I'm like, nah, Cell. Cell, Saga and Cell is really the GOAT.
Cell Saga is the pinnacle of Dragon Ball Z. Like, that is when it was like, that was the best version of Dragon Ball. That was when niggas were like, oh yeah, Goku's on his way out. Gohan finna take over and run shit.
Yeah, and then that's when Japan was like, "Nigga, what?
Like, nigga, hold on, you
gonna
get
rid of Goku?"
Yeah, they were like, okay,
Nah,
first
bring
of
that nigga back.
all, we're not just going to get rid of Goku. Nah.
Bring that nigga back.
So that's what fucking happened with Kid Buu. They're like, nigga, I guess everybody gotta get stronger.
Everybody, yeah.
Like,
They was like, nah, we gotta bring Gohan down a little bit.
Bring
this
Goku
man
back.
down.
Bring that nigga back.
Like, he can still be Super Saiyan 2 and all that, but that's all he going to be.
And not to mention the androids are fire. Like, Android 18 came in and started beating niggas. But she's like, bitch, who are you, nigga?
My arm literally broke this nigga. This man, that shit was in a V. Like,
Hey, Vegeta looking like, hey, fam, what? I know it's why you give me a V from Vegeta, fam?
That's the craziest
have
part.
you ever seen like all of Vegeta's fights? They be all the villains be doing this man
Niggas be doing
so
them
dirty. They be breaking his arm.
I think that's why, to be honest with you, I think that's why niggas hate Super, because it's like, you finally give Vegeta a moment to shine and be like, nah, I was just playing, bro. Like, it's the same Vegeta.
When I watched the
Vegeta
Frieza
be
movie,
getting fucked up the most, like as far as like physically, like this nigga.
bro,
the
Goku
most
fight
fucked up
niggas
spots.
for an hour, and the worst that happened to him is he got a couple scratches and his shirt's ripped off. Nigga, Vegeta's got broken bones, legs.
Right.
Niggas are just holding him up. Bink, bink, bink.
Just tagging
his shit.
And then, but then Vegeta also, see, this is what you can learn from talking shit, kids, because Vegeta be talking a lot of shit. Told that nigga, what? Nigga, get perfect. What that look like? Oh,
He did tell him to get perfect.
He did tell him,
he said, wait, oh yeah, you need them?
You can
all right, cool.
Yeah, go ahead, have that.
Go ahead.
Have that.
Beat your ass when you full power. Oh, you built different?
Hey, hold on. Hey, nigga, hold on.
I'm gonna start them, nigga.
Hey, nigga, you came back with a six-pack, shoulders big as... You
Not
are a
to
whole
mention-
new nigga.
Not to mention, I'm not gonna say I don't like Yamcha, but this nigga really got a hole through his chest.
Nah, y'all
Besides
saying...
Vegeta, Yamcha be getting fucked up.
Taro really put this nigga.
Hey, real nigga question. Most useless anime character of all time, Yamcha or Sakura? Like...
Probably Yamcha. Because it's what he started out as, bro. Like in Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, in Dragon Ball,
He was
really
supposed to be the human Goku, honestly.
Yeah, in Dragon Ball, that was
he had his own shit.
Wolfang Fizz.
Wolfang Fizz, bro.
And they put the, like, I don't, obviously that was probably like the 70s and shit like that, so they only had the budget. It was like, nigga, every time this nigga say wolf or does a wolf thing, go put a motherfucking wolf behind this nigga. I was like, go get this nigga a presentation.
Nigga had Wolfang Fizz. Nigga,
Man, that nigga had bone, like, this nigga had the
he had boom, bro. Think about it, like
And he was
his art.
pulling. He was pulling shorties.
Left and right, this nigga watched the nigga that killed him in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z come back and be like, I like your bitch. Be a shame if I took her.
That was just the worst part. It's like niggas didn't even know. Just Bulma just kind of showed up with a kid.
Bulma
and niggas
showed
was
up
like,
pregnant. Like, hey, nigga, who?
And then Trunks fucked it up. He was like, yeah, bro, that's Vegeta, my dad.
Goku
Y'all
was the fact Goku was the one that called it out. He was like, "Oh wait, that ain't your kid."
Oh, nigga, damn, my bad.
Nigga was down bad, probably crying in the car. Like, wow. So not only, like, this nigga took my bitch in the future and got her pregnant and had a son, and this nigga's here.
And this nigga's right here. Like, this is this.
I really expected Yamcha to be like stronger than Krillin, stronger than Tien. Tien Loki might be the strongest of all.
I think he might be.
He might be.
Tien might be the,
But they be
the
doing that nigga dirty,
non-Saiyan go. I mean, all I'm gonna say is Tien had his shining moment in the Cell games when he had Cell shook. Hey, nigga, try beam, nigga.
Bro, like,
Now I tell you, that man literally pulled out. That man was hammering out like 20 tri-beams.
That nigga had Cell in the torture rack.
bro.
He kept tagging
like,
this
nigga,
nigga with tri-beams.
Nigga, if you survive, you survive. But I'm gonna give you everything I got.
Shout out to Dragon Ball Bridge. They made that shit so funny. They said, fuck Super Saiyan. Fuck
Nigga, Abridged made Cell and Tien my favorite Dragon Ball characters ever.
God, those niggas are funny.
Bro, watching Cell and fucking Goku, so I was like, I'm gonna miss this nigga when he's dead.
Or Nappa when he was talking about Pokemon. That shit was funny too. You know, another crazy thing about Tien though is like, the writing is just kind of like if you're not Goku or Vegeta, the writing is ass. Because like, Tien, you know, obviously he could make multiple clones and shit like that. So in Super, the multiple clone, like 3 of the clones grabbed this one nigga to take him out. But it sacrificed Tien. But like it was 3
nigga,
of them.
they're clones. Like why is Tien?
So he could have got to a point where the nigga was about to fall and like, all right, let me go back. Like, nigga, or even then he could have been a weaker Tien. That nigga was like, nah, bro, I'm done. Let me go ahead and take this.
Niggas just like, I'm gonna just take the L and go.
I just think it's crazy.
And
how
they gave Master Roshi like all that. Master Roshi taking like 5 niggas in the Tournament of Power and fought Jiren.
Or in the manga, in the anime.
I mean, in the anime, he tried. He was like,
He tried.
He was like, we're here. Like, what's up with it?
But even in anime, like the Tournament of Power was just like Jiren, like, yeah, nigga, I'm sad, but I'm gonna beat all y'all niggas' asses. How I'm just strong. I
mean, but like, isn't that like that's kind of realistic though? Niggas be sad as fucking like I'm gonna beat the shit out of niggas for no reason. Niggas like I'm going through some shit. I'm gonna cause problems for everybody.
But that's the thing is like you can't make a nigga like that, and then we just don't know. Like, that nigga's powerful.
That nigga got all the.
Because everyone else was saying that shit. Oh, I'm about to beat your ass. Niggas was getting tossed left, right. Jared's like, nigga, I'm a meditate.
That nigga literally sat here and meditated for like the first half of the tournament. Probably no, y'all got it. Like we're chilling,
beating niggas' asses. And then even Krillin got a dub in the Cell Saga. The Cell Saga too good.
Cell Saga is too good.
But Krillin even had O's when you think about it. He even had O's in the filler episode.
I don't know.
He bagged Android 18, bro. He said he asked Shenron to make 18 take all the explosive and shit out.
Like
18,
bring
just
her
so
back.
He could bag her.
Bring her back.
Nigga asked for her to have guts so he could rearrange them. That nigga be dope.
Like that's a real nigga right there. Like, hey, take that bomb out and give her some guts. I don't care how you put them in there. I'm gonna rearrange everything to how I like it anyway.
Oh motherfucking god!
I was like, nah, I need all that.
So then, everybody here, who are your top 3? Let's go with Dragon Ball Z. Who are your top 3 Dragon Ball Z characters?
Future Trunks, Vegeta. Honestly, I mean, are we talking just heroes or are we doing villains too?
All of them.
All of them. I mean, I might have to give that last spot to Broly.
I'm saying,
like, it's got to be Broly.
No pun intended.
But Z Broly was kind of ass. This nigga was.
Broly was not.
Hey, hold on.
When I tell you that this man Broly had literally with the first movie, this nigga Broly had 2 Super Saiyan forms. Where he was like, when he had like blue hair Super Saiyan.
Blue hair Super Saiyan, and then like his legendary one.
And he was like, you know what, fuck this shit, fuck these bands, fuck everything.
He was like, take all this shit.
Bro, this nigga's plot was literally Kakarot just cried a fucking
Can you imagine how annoying that shit would be?
Nigga, you were a baby. I don't remember that.
Fam, do you know
that shit was in here.
Do you know how annoying that shit had to be?
He
like,
said,
nigga, I could hear you crying in my sleep.
But nigga, that nigga because he was crying in my head. I saw that, I was like, these niggas serious?
I mean, to be fair, he was just like he internalized that shit, and then the nigga popped up one day like, "Hey,
like
he was
familiar."
Super Broly is 10 times better than Z Broly.
Bro, and then when he
Super
saw
Broly is 10 times better.
Bro, and the second Broly too, when he saw Goten, bro, that man was.
That nigga was like, "Hey, hold on,
said,
you look just like Baby Kakarot."
Oh, let me toss this. I'm gonna toss this nigga around.
Let me get on this nigga's tops real quick.
Oh, Gohan want to come up in here too?
We on bumpers.
Bro, I'm tagging everybody.
Hey, I will say when Dragon Ball Super did the Goku Black arc, I definitely thought that was gonna be Goten on some wild shit. Like, hey, Dad, nigga, you were never here. Like, this is what I did.
That would have been a perfect plot.
That would have been great.
A character, design, you know, like, oh, what would he look like in the future type shit.
Because I remember, like, GT, nigga, Goten was useless. That nigga was pulling bitches.
Him and Gohan, matter of fact, him and Gohan and GT.
Well, yeah, it was just
Goten was like.
Goten was
these Dragon Balls.
When I tell you that,
I'm trying to drag these balls across her forehead.
When I tell you that Goten was literally Yamcha in GT, just Super Saiyan.
Just Super Saiyan, bro. He was not doing anything productive. He was like, where the bitches at?
Well, you look, this nigga had the coldest haircut, though. This nigga had this shit going this way.
He was like, I gotta switch it up so I don't look like these niggas.
So then,
the Bobby Brown.
So then, Tyler, who are your favorite 3 characters in Dragon Ball?
Future Trunks. I would have to say Teen Gohan. That I feel like that's everybody's though. But I gotta mix it up. Fuck. I'll have to go with Broly. And I don't want to say Vegeta. Fuck Vegeta.
I mean,
hey, why we slandering the GOAT?
As far as Dragon Ball Z is concerned, I would say my top 3 would be Future Trunks, Gohan. I actually like all Gohan. I I always looked at it as like you gotta take the good with the bad with the character. So I always hated when other niggas would be like, nah, I don't claim that.
I will say I don't fuck with Kid Gohan like at all.
Really?
Yeah, like Kid Gohan that nigga was just he was mad annoying. Like, and I actually part of that is
his
like
dad died. This nigga got dropped in the wilderness. You went from studying and playing with friends.
Yeah, he was cool and he didn't have to be nothing else.
Nigga came back and was like, hey, Piccolo, are you my dad? No, but I'm gonna drop you right here in these woods.
What am I gonna eat?
I don't know. Figure it out, nigga.
I would say,
you see all these trees around here or something?
I would say Gohan, Future Trunks, and Cell. Those are my 3 favorite Dragon Ball Z characters. What about Super for you?
Super. Do we count the Broly movie? Super.
You can. I mean, y'all count the Broly?
I mean, yeah. Then I gotta go like new Broly, obviously. High key, Goku Black. Goku Black gotta get some love because even though it was just a shit talking nigga in Goku's body, that nigga definitely had an episode. He was like, "Yeah, fam, I got bored and I just killed everybody." Like, I just was bored and was like, die, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it would.
I only fuck with Beerus it's every other episode where I really like.
Beerus got better over time. At first, he was kind of like, if your introduction to Beerus was not the movies and just Super,
like now, if like seeing Beerus in the movies, it got me.
Beerus kind of trash too.
Beerus is that he's toxic. I won't say he's trash. I'll say the nigga's toxic.
That man literally said this. He said, "Nigga, whole plant blew up."
Nigga ain't did shit yet. Nigga was like,
bro, they woke
some food.
They woke the nigga up from a nap and he blew up the moon. He's like, leave me alone.
His fat ass brother, Champa.
Champa.
Bro, that nigga.
Hey, can we talk about Dragon Ball's obsession with doing baseball episodes though?
That baseball episode was lit.
I think it's just a Japan thing, honestly.
Actually, you might be right because I've actually noticed a lot of like Jujutsu Kaisen did a baseball episode too. Them niggas might just like baseball like that.
But what I will give Jujutsu Kaisen some credit for is they actually tied it into the nigga's character and they actually made it a plot thing, which was kind of fire.
Well, yeah, that actually was like a fire episode.
Because they was like making me like, yeah, bro, you just got the mindset of progressing the team, and then like that nigga Gojo was like, yeah, bro, like
nigga, we home run hitters, like we trying to score.
No, he wasn't even like that. He was just like, I mean, he was like that, but he was like, nigga, like in sorcery, like you're on your own. You die alone, nigga.
It's gonna be you by yourself.
Nigga, I'm not gonna be there.
Nigga, I'm not finna die with you. But also, since we brought up Jujutsu Kaisen, I will say that last episode with my nigga Megami finally snapping. Like, hey, that's the nigga now.
Reading manga is lit. Like, I just like that feeling of a chapter come out. Like, an anime episode come out is lit, but you gotta be on Twitter and stuff like that for the right time. But a chapter that come out, that's crazy, bro. Niggas are talking about it. Niggas are making videos immediately and stuff like that. Like, I like having both. Like, it's lit to be a fan of both.
There's certain manga that I can like get into and fuck with. Like I fuck with the My Hero manga. What else was I reading for a little bit?
Not to go spoiler heavy, but niggas are getting fucked up in My Hero. Oh my, niggas are not the same, bro. Niggas are losing eyes, arms.
I mean, niggas losing eyes, arms. Niggas dropping out of school. Like,
nigga did not care about branding at all. It's like, I look at action figure with eyes.
Hey, sir, your action figure is missing like a whole eye. It's all right. We'll figure it out.
Like, nigga, can I return this track? What the fuck is this?
Like, it don't come with a detachable eye. I can't slot it in. Like,
that's how that nigga designed. I was like, God, nigga, his powers has to do with his eyes. What?
What's he gonna do? Nah,
it's just like Cyclops missing an eye. It was one beam.
You got half a beam coming out the corner now. Yo, this nigga said you a laser pointer.
I just saw since we were on this.
Are you ready? It's the meme of like dad coming into the room while you winning, son, and it's Goku seeing Gohan get fucked up by
himself. You winning, son? Nah, we're good, Dad. We're all right.
Yeah, but anime and manga is lit. That's a good thing. I was gonna go into the JUCO topic, but then I feel like I might say that for a later date because we still got the DMX topic, and I don't want to really end on a sad note how goofy this episode's been. So the funny topic. We've already been sharing stories and stuff like that. And name a time where you were down bad with a female. And I mean, not necessarily down bad in the terms that, like, you was wilding, trying to shoot your shot, and then shit didn't work out. I'm talking about down bad as in, I'm not as toxic as these niggas, but you know, these niggas was players and stuff like that at one point in time. So, like, I did some toxic shit, too, because there's some shit that happened to me. I'll go first. I got left by a female at a bonfire. And she left with a nigga that she told me not to worry about. So,
How'd that make you feel, Brad?
Nigga, I was worried about getting home.
Like, did you realize, like, off the bat that she left you? Or were you like, damn, she been gone for a minute?
So, like, I think we was at the bonfire, and the funny thing is, there was always that, like, you know, females are right. They'd be like, you know how guys always like, oh, don't worry about her type shit. That's what she did to me. Because that nigga was blowing up her phone. It was weird that we went on a few dates before, but then, like, this date that we went on when we was lunch, and I saw this nigga's name, like, nigga was blowing up her phone. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, that ain't your dad. Like, obviously, we not dating, so I can't, like, really press you about it. But she's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm like, all right. I didn't think about it. So she said she's going to pick me up. So it was like me, her homegirl, this nigga I don't know, but in the right side of the back passenger seat, and then me, and I get in the car, and he's like, oh, what up, bro? Says his name. I'm like, why the fuck did I hear this nigga's name before?
Oh, like, that should sound familiar.
And then it was that nigga that blew her up in that one day. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep that in mind.
So you didn't punch that nigga in his chest right there?
I didn't punch that nigga in
We're like, hey, fam,
because we were like, it was like a tender date, so like we were talking, but we weren't like, oh yeah, let's be something, it'll be official or something like that. But it was just like we were building into a situation or something like that. So that's why like I can't really press them if like I was out here.
You can.
Maybe it's toxic. I don't know. Y'all
you need to get the stretching niggas.
I am willingly admitting that I am a toxic individual because I absolutely would have pressed that nigga like, hey, fam, what's up with you and Shorty over here? Like, in the car, like, right there.
So then we get to the bonfire, we chilling, it's lit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like casually speaking to people, and the fucked up part is like, me and this nigga had a lot of shit going. Like,
hey, that's why y'all was number 1 and number 2. Y'all was fighting for the top spot.
If this nigga wasn't an asshole and did what he did, like, I would ditch this nigga. So, like,
y'all ain't the last man standing, man.
so
you like, niggas in the Royal Rumble now. Come on.
So we passed the gas station like 15 minutes away from where the bonfire was, and then like I guess niggas wanted to smoke. At the time, like I was in Arizona, I didn't really smoke like that, but niggas wanted to smoke. So then we was like, all right, let's go. And then so we were driving, and I remember I just had to pee because I think I had like liquid. I had water because Arizona's hot, and I had alcohol. I was like, yo, just spark your heart real quick because we in the woods, we in the forest, like type shit. And I'm like, all right. So I get out the car, I run a decent amount, so you can't really see me. You can see me if you're looking, but you can't see me. Like, I hear the car.
Hey, no. Hey, nigga, I thought this was going to go completely different. Like, nah, nigga.
Hey, I was like, hey, what's that sound, bro?
I was running back, dick still out, peeing. Like, hey, where you niggas going?
Nigga, I come out the... Hey, what the fuck? Blowing up the phone. No response goes voicemail.
I would have had to imagine the dialogue before that. Just be like, hey, Brian gone? Well, let's leave this nigga.
Hey,
Brian, get up in the car real quick.
Hey, I'm going to get in the front seat. Let's go.
Bro, fuck this nigga.
But it's crazy.
Hey, fuck this lame ass nigga.
What's crazy is she left her best friend, too. Like, so it was just us three that was in the car. And I'm thinking, like, all right, maybe they just went to the gas station by themselves to be alone or some shit. So I'm like, pissed because obviously they fucking left me. Nigga, I run a mile back to where they was at, and then the girl's like, nigga, what you doing here by yourself? I'm like, bitch, they left me. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, they left me. They're gone. And she's like, no, they're not. I'm going to call them. Nigga, ain't answering her phone either. When I tell you to this day, I haven't seen, heard from, ain't seen a snap, an Instagram from her at all. Bitch deleted her Tinder. Like, I haven't seen nothing on this female or that nigga. If I see that nigga, like, there's 3 niggas in this world I'm going to spit on and punch them dead in their face when I see them. And that's one of them niggas.
I would have made some lemons out of that situation. Hey, I would say,
hey, what's up with you, Shorty? They left you too.
Exactly, yeah.
No, she gave me a rock. I was like, bitch, you give me like,
there'd have been no ifs, ands, or buts. One of you niggas here is taking me home.
Oh my God, I feel so bad. I was like, nah, bitch.
Hey, if you feel bad, let me find out what the back of your throat feel like. like I'm struggling here. Help a nigga out.
No, that was because I was definitely like,
some
I was
collateral damage.
So it wasn't like I had the homies somewhere I could get hyped and like think like that. Niggas was just down bad. I was like, damn, she really left me. Like,
bro, that's
the forest.
He wasn't thinking about nothing else except he got left.
That nigga was stuck. Like, damn, she really just drove off.
Damn, bro, I went from being like mad to like, oh nigga, I ain't got a ride. how am I going to get out of here? I was like, I don't know how I'm going to leave. Because we was way out. We was like at least 40 or 30 minutes from my place. And I was like, nigga, this is Arizona. So this is like 2 days walking. I was like, nigga, how am I going to get back? I'm just like, oh, this ain't it. Nigga, that was I don't know if y'all got a story that can top that, but that's pretty fucked up.
Ain't nobody trying me like that.
I was saying, I got some stories, but I don't think I've ever been down bad like that. Shit.
I mean, that's why I'm trying. I mean, you got one that you saw me. It kind of shaped you to being a player.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, yeah. No, you're right. I might have one to beat that, actually. Shit, damn, Ryan reminding me of why I'm trash as fuck. So since niggas down bad today, I guess we're gonna lay it all out. I was a senior in high school. I met really nice college girls. You know, when you're in high school, coolest thing in the world to you is, oh, I'm bagging a college chick, you know, cool. So we start kicking it, you know, do up in the bam. She goes back to school. Dog, it is the first night back at college for her. I get a phone call like 3 a.m. I look at it like, bitch, I'm going to sleep. Fuck that. I'll talk to you in the morning. Or no, I answered the phone. She's like, oh, yeah, I have something to tell you. Like, I'm so sorry. Please don't be mad. She's like, I cheated. And I'm like, what? And it's like 3 a.m. So I'm like, not even paying. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, well, I made out with a guy at a party. I'm so sorry. Oh, you stupid bitch. Blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about it later. I'm going back to sleep.
He said, you stupid bitch. All right, I'm going back to sleep.
I'm going back to sleep. Hang up the phone.
What bitch you playing on my phone?
Like, we talk about it later in the morning. Like, I cool down. Like, oh, it's whatever. And, nigga, the literal next night, I get a phone call. Yeah, I have something to tell you. Bitch, what? I may or may not have done something. And I'm like, what do you mean, like, done something? You called me last night to tell me you cheated and you were like, straight out with it. So, like, what could be worse? Well, I had sex. Oh. All right, damn, bitch. All right. Damn, you're not joking. I'm like, all right. So I didn't know how to process that. She's like, yeah. And it wasn't just one guy. And I'm over here like damn, nigga. Like, damn, nigga, what do you mean? I'm a senior in high school, so to me, like, I'm not imagining, like, niggas are wilding like that at all. She's like, yeah, I met a couple, you know, guys. They're really nice. This bitch got fucked by 2 dudes in the back of a pickup truck. Damn. Like, Nick, I was over here like, wow, that's wild. But in my eyes, like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm dating a college chick. Like, we'll get over. Like, we got over it. Everything will be cool. I dated that chick. I dated her into, like, my freshman year of college. During that time, this woman had a grand total of 7 other threesomes with men all in the back of pickup trucks.
She got a thing for pickup trucks?
Nigga, if you went to the function and she was there, all you had to say was, hey, my truck's out back and me and the homie are ready to go. Nigga, she was gonna bust it open for y'all. Nigga, I thought that was wild.
Like, you know how, like, they kind of made it a law and, like, legalized, like, are legal to, like, ride in the back of the pickup? Just imagine cops.
Hey, y'all, what the fuck? Bro, I don't know if you've ever tried to, like, in your pain, try to figure out how some shit actually works. But the more you sit there and try to think about how 2 people had a threesome in the back of a pickup truck, the more your head hurts. Because none of that makes sense. Like, it's not a comfortable thing. Like, either everybody's standing up, somebody's getting their head smacked into the fucking floor. Like, but honestly, that's not even the worst part of that whole relationship. We niggas had a cool, like, we cooled off, we was chilling. I came back from.
I see why you're talking.
I came back from college. I think it was my first. It was like, I think it was Christmas or Thanksgiving break, and literally night one went and spent the night with her. We chilled. The next night, I went and kicked it with some homies from high school, and I picked up 2 of my homies. We went to a party. We're kicking it. Her and her friends pull up. Now, I didn't communicate with her where we were at. So, you know, in my eyes, I'm like, hey, how the fuck you? Like, these are my high school friends. You, like, 2 years older than us. What are you doing here? She's kicking it. We all kicking it. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna make a big deal. We're kicking it. Like an hour goes by, I notice the two niggas I came with are not here anymore.
They have a pickup truck.
No, niggas did not have a pickup truck. Thank God. Like I drove niggas there.
No, this man's triggered by all truck. Don't come over here.
I finally figured out why now at 27 I really want to buy a pickup truck. It's all making sense now. These two niggas disappear, and I'm chilling at the party. Like, I'm lit, and we're kicking it. Everybody's chilling. I'm with the homies from high school. It's a good time. I look at Snap. The homie has put up a story. And I'm like, nigga, I know that basement. I was there last night. So I'm sitting over here on the couch, literally just looking at my phone, like trying to make sense. And niggas like, yeah, we didn't want to tell you, but he been clapping her cheeks the whole time you've been gone.
The worst part about it is if a nigga throw a gang signs a story like, oh, you look wild when nigga in the background.
Niggas in that bitch, hey.
We lit. Oh, bro, it's over. She gone.
Bro,
if I can, this is why I need a camera. If I can show you Thomas, nigga just look disappointed.
I just want, like, this man scooted away from the table and was like, wow, I need a moment here.
I see why you were playing.
Like that. So, yeah, no, apparently niggas all have a down bad story. I thought I had, like, gotten that out of my, like, heart forever. This nigga Brian was like, nah, fam, you got one. Like, nah.
He was like, nah, you got something.
Like, I was like, bro, this nigga told me that at work, bro. I stopped working. I was like, nah, there ain't no way.
Bro, that was the, like, most down bad moment of my life.
Hey,
like,
you might need therapy, bro. I think I would be fucked up seeing a truck.
Oh, I absolutely, there was definitely, like, a while where I absolutely needed therapy after dealing with that. Bro, because like
why you talk to it makes sense.
Like she was the worst woman I've ever met. Like we like I would kick it with like her homies. She had like 3-4 dudes that like they grew up on the block together. They were best friends. Nigga, I'm over here talking. She's like, yeah, I used to fuck him. We had a threesome because he walked in on us fucking, and I didn't want to tell him to leave, so I just pulled his dick out and got to suck it. And I'm over here like, oh my God.
I don't know if I'm enough niggas for that. I don't know if I'm enough niggas for that. I'm being insecure as hell. Like, wow, you did this to me.
I was just over here like, wow, like, am I that trash? Like,
right, you're a victim.
You're the victim.
I'm sure Tyler has some sort of down bad story. I don't think to any level.
The way that these two have gone, I don't know if anybody's going to top anything is coming.
I really don't have no shit like that because I'm not the one to fucking be playing with like that anymore.
I will say that like at the time that this happened, I was a much more relaxed person. Like I was not Sippi Winston the way I am now. Like nowadays, you could not pull that shit with me. Bitch, I'll put videos, all kinds of shit out on social media and completely ruin your life if you play with my emotions like that now. But
that's like a petty
shit. Nowadays or back then, I was just like, oh man, that's crazy. But you know, people do wild shit. You know, we can work through it. Nah, nigga, you can't work through.
I think that's
compulsive threesomes.
Like my thing is like I'm not insecure in the fact of like everybody has a past. Like unless you know what I mean, like you don't somehow. But everybody has one, so let me know what I'm walking into.
That's really like the greatest. That's the thing that always gets me. Nigga, just tell me what I'm coming into. Like I can't really talk because I got a lot of skeletons in my closet, and I'm just like, oh, we'll just bury those down. Don't worry about that. It's not gonna come back to haunt us.
Because nobody would be at a party in a function talking about sitting on the couch like, I fucked everyone in. Everyone, so they don't have to use the bathroom. Like you know.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been in a couple shit. I was at work last night looking around like, damn, there's way too many people in here that I've had sex with.
Nigga messy.
I was over here like, please don't talk to each other or start talking about me.
That'd be the worst part.
Actually, shit, I have definitely had like noticed 2 girls in the same area that shouldn't be there. And I'm like, I know she's talking to her friend about me, and she's going to hear, and that bitch going to send me an angry text message in 10 minutes.
I think the worst part is, like, one time I had it to where a girl, like, wanted to get my number, and I was like, all right, yeah, I got you. And for some reason, this was, like, in high school when I was working at this restaurant, and, like, this other girl came up to me, like, bro, what's your number? Just out the blue. I was just like, I'll give it to her. Right in front of the other girl. I was just like, damn, this is
not my brightest move.
I mean, I still did it. I was a nigga. I was like, this is still going to give you my number. Do you have any story, Tyler, of a girl doing you wrong in some sort of regards? Not really down bad, but anything to make you your player's way sometimes?
What's crazy is niggas definitely like, I got a lot more stories of me doing girls down bad. I'm cool. Until Brian's like, nah, my nigga, you got one. Like, you a problem. Think about how we got here.
Yeah, he do be pulling that, like...
Nah, I ain't gonna be the only one. Damn, nigga, I would have done something. Y'all ain't finna leave me.
Like, damn, nigga, I thought I had moved past this traumatic experience. Brian was like, nah, nigga, think about it.
I just didn't know how to...
I don't have anything of, like, women doing me like that I did of women. I've always been the doer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've definitely done a lot of wild ass shit.
A lot of dirt.
And like I've had a situation.
I have a lot of dirt on my resume.
I mean, shit. Since we sharing stories of when we were, down bad. Are we going to share some of our exploits as toxic men, or in the ways we have grown from that? Because I ain't trying to just sound like a scrub out here. Like, nigga, you had me sounding like the scrubbiest of scrubbies.
Nigga, you might, nigga, like, for your sake, you might want to stay that way. Because some of the stories that I know about, nigga, I don't know if you want to share those on the pod.
All we said was no names. And I don't know shit. Nigga, I talk too much. Sometimes niggas will be like, hey, nigga, I recognize your voice. You a wild motherfucker.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Just what I'm saying. You don't want to be misogynistic on this stuff. Like,
misogyny is fun though.
Oh, this nigga, yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm with that.
Oh my god,
this one, misogyny is fun. Like, that's why it was such a prevalent attitude for so long. Like shit that probably should have made me toxic. I haven't been toxic yet, but you are a better man than I think anyone else because you done been through some shit and you're just like, we'll be all right.
Well, because I've always had the pride on, like, that's that relationship with that person. Like, fuck that person, but I can't let it, because, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to ruin a situation that you have with someone else new, because it's like, yeah, it's baggage, yeah, it's shit that could probably fuck you up and probably have some trust issues, sure, but it's like, that doesn't have to do with that person. Like, you got to go into every situation with that person. Because I definitely had a girl that was, like, possibly a situationship. I was like, let's just see where it goes. And she fucked someone else 2 days later. Yeah, nigga been down bad. Niggas
been down bad. Niggas in this podcast have definitely been down bad.
Niggas been taking some L's, but it's L's turning into lessons, I guess. I
mean, the L's
I got
make
left
you
with
who
no
you
pots and pans and shit.
Damn, nigga, she took your pots and pans. Niggas can't cook a meal. Nigga said, what if I want to scramble some eggs? Nah, nigga, not in this house.
Best scramble some eggs with a plate.
So, hey, throw the plate in the microwave for a nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, nigga, you see there's only one.
God damn, she's like, nah, nigga.
Yeah, somebody else used to live here, bro.
Just notice I have a particular theme of half. Like,
somebody was like, nah, I need to take all that. Which I'm not gonna lie, like, that's
the craziest shit that I've ever.
Because I'm about to do,
I can't even be mad at
shit.
it.
I'm about to do the same shit. I'm about to move out and take everything in that bitch. I'm taking pots, pans, tables, chairs. Nigga, if it's not nailed down and you ain't paid for it, I'm taking it with me.
I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna take like the backs of her earrings and shit like that. Like, I'm gonna just take shit you don't need too. Like, that has to be tough. That has to be tough. And stuff. Speaking of trauma and down bad, who the fuck is going on?
You just got phone calls in the middle of the pod?
Well,
put that bitch on D&D.
Nah.
Oh, he said nah.
I thought you said put that bitch on speaker. I was like, no, this part. But
I know who it was too.
Nah, relax.
We got hoes, right? Hey,
we're going to the next topic.
Hold on.
We're going to the next topic. And speaking of down bad,
Princess hoes?
Bro, you gotta relax. Nigga, your name is Sippi. Like, what? We're not doing this again.
Sippi, captain of the Wash Gang, checking in. Yes, sir.
Bro, you was just talking about how you've been misogynistic. You gotta pick one.
We toxic, family.
Nigga, nah, we talk about down bad. We talk about that JUCO lifestyle because we both went through it. Would you do it again, or would you go D1 and like?
100%. I would go, nigga. I'll walk on at Alabama before I go JUCO again, nigga. I'll walk up to Nick Saban and say, "Hi, sir. I want to play football for you." Before I ever sign at a JUCO ever again. That was the worst experience of my life.
I'll go be a ball boy before I go to
nigga. I think Alvin Kamara summed it up great. That nigga said, I went from a D1 where niggas would probably tie your shoe if it came untied for you while you're walking around to going to a JUCO and literally begging for everything. I knew niggas at JUCO that had the bed in their room and the desk that it came with. And that was it.
Damn.
Niggas couldn't get shit. Like I'm talking about niggas could get... Bro, do you know how much free shit I got just going on college visits at D1 schools?
Oh, I believe it.
Nigga, we played at JUCO and I didn't get nothing. If I got it, I had to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, I go on visits, niggas sending me home with hoodies, t-shirts, sweatpants, all kinds of shit. Just, oh, you're here. You probably ain't gonna come here. But go ahead, take that with you.
The worst part about JUCO is it's literally just it's like a halfway house. Like, it's literally, they send D1 niggas back to D1 that they got from D1's fucking up. Like
JUCO, like niggas who go to JUCO, like, oh yeah, I want to pick up and try to make it to the next level. Nigga, you're not.
You have to be a dog.
You better be a dog. And even then, like, it's luck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will say, like so much of like making it out of there turns into like, hey, did you get lucky? Did you get the right exposure?
Because it's not even the pretty D1s. Because the pretty D1s are not going to waste their time with you. Because it's like, why would I take someone that potentially could only give me 3 years unless they're that nigga?
Unless you're that nigga, when I can get
someone
for 4 or 5 star recruit for 4 years, maybe even 5,
who's probably not a troubled kid and has good grades, and can sit a year and learn the offense.
And learn the offense. Like coming in our JUCO, it's literally like you have to produce immediately. Like, man. Although I will say, you were in a much better situation at Iowa Western because I definitely remember them niggas sent all 22 D1, which I thought was just unheard of. Niggas was like, oh yeah, you started, you're going D1. Niggas sent like half the backups D1. I remember one year their 3rd string tight end never played a game. Iowa gave the nigga 4 ride. Because they were like, yeah, if you practice with these guys, you must be all right.
Because, like, we would have D1 coaches show up to practice, and I was lit. And, like, that was the most exposure I had. Like, because, like, even, like, some D1 coaches were like, oh, good catch. Like, it was a good route.
See, and, like, you have, like, these, like, you have D1 niggas there, and you're like, oh, shit, we got to turn up today. You know, Iowa Western, or Iowa Central, we never had that.
Never had one D1 player?
Never had a single Nigga, I never had a coach show up.
Really?
Never.
I did not know that.
Wow. We had one nigga that was getting looked at. And that was just because he played at it was Grand Rapids like the year before, and they had won a national title. And then they shut that whole program down because niggas were wilding, and they're like, yeah, all you niggas are done. Like, get rid of the whole football program. So this nigga came to Iowa Central as the only nigga, and he was trash.
Like, yeah, that's one thing about JUCO too.
This nigga would literally drop in, like, it was on passing downs, would fake a rush and then drop in coverage because he was tired. So you just have a nigga standing there in the middle of the field doing this. Just looking around, playing spy.
Nigga, when I tell you, like, literally, I've seen some of the coldest fucking highlight tapes I've ever seen, and them niggas are dog shit water.
Literal doo-doo water.
Like, when I go against them, and I ain't gonna lie, at first I was kind of asked, because, like, you know, our football program in high school wasn't the greatest because I had to learn football. I had to learn the reasons why. And, like, once I started learning the reasons why, like, oh, you take the outside release not to really catch the ball because you're like the 4th option, but you take the outside release so if the corner's playing cover 2, he doesn't push you inside, and he's looking to fuck up your inside slot receivers. Like, shit like that started clicking, started making sense, so then I started getting better. And then, you know, I hit that college weight room, and, like, I went from, like, 175 to, like, 190, all muscles and shit like that. Like, I was moving niggas. Because, I ain't gonna lie, them D1 niggas were so disrespectful, bro. Them niggas would line up I'm talking, touch my face, man. Like, they offsides like a motherfucker look at me, like, what you gonna do, bitch? What you gonna do? Put the hand on my chest. I couldn't get that shit off. To where they would be 7 feet back, or 7 yards back, talking about, I don't know, this nigga finna hit me. So I started getting some comments and swag. I was like, yeah, nigga, come here, nigga, line up, nigga. And that shit was fun. Like, once you started getting better and stuff like that. And yeah, now that you mentioned, we had a few guys that kind of like went to the NFL from like my time there. I want to say we got a homie right now. I think it was on the Jets. But he's kind of been traveling around because he ended up going to UNI. And I think he came from Northern Illinois. No, he was supposed to go to Northern Illinois, but I think he got in trouble. Then he went to Iowa Western, then UNI. Then I think he went back to Northern Illinois, I guess.
Niggas like, I want to go back over there.
And then he went to the XFL, was balling, but obviously that shit got shut down because of COVID, which is unfortunate. But yeah, a few of my niggas are in the league now, which is kind of crazy. And I think that's the only reason that I really miss football. But part of me is also like, I don't know if you feel like this, Tyler, too, or like you, Jeremiah, like, part of me wishes, like, because I feel like I'm more creative now and I feel like I have, like, my mind's different. And, like, I wish I was like, damn, if I really had discovered this 7 to 9 years ago, I probably could have been fucking nice at what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I honestly think not making it D1 is probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Because I, like, the person
you're an asshole, so you probably would have.
Well, the person I was becoming at that time was so much worse. Like, I mean, like, I was such a cocky and conceited person. And like, granted, like I literally had people like walking into my like classes, handing me a stack of letters the size of like a Timberland boot from D1 schools, telling me, "Oh, nigga, you're the shit. Like, we want you here." So like, it was easy to get your head pumped up.
Oh,
like, nothing better than a fucking D1 letter that just say
nigga,
university.
You see University of da-da-da, big-ass letterhead, and then you start opening them bitches in class. Nigga, I remember the first day that they could actually send me letters, a stack of like 30 letters from all, like every school in the Big Ten sent me one. Nigga, I had fucking UCLA, Arkansas, nigga, like all kinds of shit. Nigga, I'm sitting there just going through shit, mind blown. Teacher yelling at me to like pay attention. I'm like, I don't care about what you're talking about. This is what I'm doing. Everybody in class is like, oh my God, this one. I'm handing out letters here. Open this shit. Tell me what it says, because I ain't got time. Ripping shit up. Nigga just canceled everything for the day because I'm the shit. Nigga, I got D1s everywhere. But like not making it D1, like it made me reconsider like what I really wanted in life, because all I had was football. It was my only like concern. Mm-hmm. Everything I did was to be a better like football player, be a better athlete. So like when that got taken away, I was like, well, what do you want to do? I had to figure out like what more there was to life, and that was like,
well, because coaches always say that shit. They always like, oh yeah, football doesn't last long. It's just a small percent. And you're like, and you're in practice, and mind you, they always say that shit when you're in the huddle.
It doesn't like
tired.
It doesn't sink in.
You're like, man, fuck what you talking about. I'm trying to go
get through this.
Trying to take these sweaty ass pads off. Trying to eat.
And it was one of those things like I see it a lot with like one of my homies retired from the NFL a couple years ago, and he was like, yeah, I had fun with it. Like football's all I've ever known. And, like, now I don't really know what to do. Like, I have money, so I don't really need to worry about working. But it's like, what do I do with my free time now? And I'm like, I would have rather have gone through, like, that, what do I want out of life at, like, 18, 19, 20, than being 20, 29, 30, trying to figure out, like, what do I want to do?
And I'll tell you the managers after the podcast. Sorry, I keep saying that shit, but obviously I don't want to indict nobody. But, like...
He said, I don't want to indict nobody.
So, it was like Saturday, and I think we was talking about how they increased the number of games in the NFL.
Oh, yeah,
and then
17 games.
So then, and manager A was like, oh, well, what's the issue? Like, that, if anything, that's good for them, and that's like another check on their thing. And I'm like, no, it's not how it was. Whatever they get for that year, it gets split even more because it's another week.
Smaller because now there's an extra week on there.
Not to mention, there's another damage to your body that you could potentially fuck up. And then both them niggas were like, well, what? I would go put my body on the line for an NFL contract right now. And I was like, I don't know, because like, my body hurts.
You niggas don't understand. And I've had people have that conversation with me too. Oh, well, I don't get why they're asking for more, why they want more money, or why they want a bigger contract. I'd play in the NFL for free. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you would, until a motherfucker my size running 4.5 hits you in your chest.
And your cleats go 360.
The first nigga that hits you and you do a full 360, nigga, you gonna look for, I need every penny to do this. Like, how much can you pay me? Give it to me.
Health insurance and
all that. And especially knowing, like, today, bro.
Thankfully, they did make it to where you can smoke a little weed, I guess, too. So
that ain't gonna never do that. Like, if you make
I guess you can't get in trouble for that.
Well, now, like, you can't get drug tested for it, but they'll still, like, if you get popped, nigga, you're done.
Well, because when did they change? I thought they changed something to where, like, the Josh Gordon thing doesn't happen anymore. They literally just changed that last year.
Yeah, they won't drug test you now.
For weed?
Like, during the season. You can still get drug tested in the off season.
Oh, well, that's off season.
But I always thought, like,
I think it's a better alternative.
It's a better alternative. I mean, I think they should just go to what the NBA does. Shit, nigga, you gonna smoke weed, smoke weed. Half of like professional sports teams are now in places where weed is legalized.
That is true.
Like, you can't,
especially in New York.
You cannot have people playing, especially football. Like, I've said this for years. You can't have people playing a game like football where your body goes through so much. Nigga, you know how willingly they hand out prescription pain pills? Nigga, you can walk by your trainer and just hold out your hand and here's 2 Vikes. Enjoy.
Bro, like, when I tell you that we had a linebacker from JUCO who, like, the big ass, like, Tyler has a Bear aspirin thing on his counter, but, like, I'm talking like the big ass generic 1,000 ibuprofens, 200 milligrams. Nigga popped the thing and went,
yeah, like,
and just swallowed. Like, and then went to practice. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Bro. Like some M&Ms.
Like,
and it wasn't even like it wasn't full shells. It was just shoulder pads and helmet.
So I'm like, about to be on this all form shit.
This nigga here, and that's the saddest part about the sport. Really, is just how killing it is on your body. Because think about it. Everybody thinks you lift in the summer. Oh, you're gonna get bigger and faster and stronger, so you could be more athletic during the season. No, you're just building your body to get destroyed for the offseason. Because how you feel during the beginning of the season versus the end of the season is 2 totally different bodies.
Bro, I've literally walked into, like, the start of the season perfectly healthy. Like, I've been in the weight room, been running, I'm good. And at the end of the season, nigga, all 10 of my fingers have been broken at various points.
Oh, God.
Like, I literally went in the playoffs since my junior or senior year of high school with a broken ankle. I had tweaked my left ACL to the point where I literally had to have a brace on at all times. Otherwise, like, I couldn't put pressure on my leg when I walked around. Like that, football takes a toll on your body. And I was a high school kid, and, like, niggas weren't trying to give me shit for that. Nigga, I'd go home and I put ice bags on myself and just put my feet up.
That is ridiculous.
Like, let niggas smoke some weed if it'll help you feel better after beating this shit out of yourself like that.
Tyler, would you have gone if given a chance? I mean, granted, you could have, but would you have gone to JUCO to maybe play baseball?
Probably I would have tried it out. Just to see how much my body could, like, take and be able to, like, exceed at, like, another level. But at the same time, during high school sports, my mind was somewhere else, so I really wasn't even thinking about playing college at all, so JUCO at all. So
the only problem too is that shit's year round. Like, niggas, like in JUCO,
yeah, that's just so
like, you'll see the soccer team, they're going off doing their shit. You seen the track team, they doing their shit. Volleyball, everybody, it's year round. Like, everybody's always working.
I will say that was the biggest adjustment after the JUCO life. It was like how your day-to-day was so micromanaged. Like, I literally went from having every, like, 15 minutes of my day, like, scheduled to, nigga, do whatever the fuck you want. That was both, like, super freeing and also, like, a mind fuck. Because, like, nigga, when you're used to getting up, you know, I got weights at 6 a.m., I got to be up at 5:30, I got hit the trainer by 7, lunch or breakfast is at 7:15, 7:30, I got 8 a.m. class. Like, your whole day is scheduled out, you know, block by block. And then it's just like, nah, my nigga, go. What do you want to do today? You want to go to class? Go to class. You don't want to go to class? Sit here and play video games.
Oh, so then so I guess you were only a student there. Were you there for 2 years then?
Year and a half.
Oh, so then did you have a year where you weren't a football player?
Not at Iowa Central, no.
Oh, okay. Because I was there for 2 years, and that second year, Nigga, I didn't know I couldn't do spring ball.
So you thought you could just go and
well, I figured, it was 2 years, and I'm trying to get into to me it made sense because it was like, okay, well, they're gonna help me get to another college. And
them niggas laughed at you, didn't?
No, them niggas put hand on chest. Whoa.
What are you doing here, little guy?
Fuck you! This your locker? Nigga, get this shit out. What you doing? I'm like, what you mean? I got a second, 2 years. Nah, nigga, it's a year and a half. Unless you're a red shirt.
Oh yeah, no. After football season, that second semester,
that counts as a second.
Yeah, you go home.
Honestly, that's probably since college. That is the smallest I ever weighed. I was 150 because everything got gross. Like when I was a football player, the cafeteria was fine, but once
because you had to eat, you needed to eat. It didn't really matter what it tasted like. But nigga,
I didn't have the taste for it at all. And what's messed up is my roommate came back to Iowa Western, and so he was still on the team. And he was doing spring training, and I wasn't. So then he was trying to be more social, and I was all introverted because I'm like, bro, nigga, I don't have to do that shit. And also, I don't know them niggas now because now, niggas are like, what's up, bro? Oh, you just a student? That shit was the weirdest transition, turn, everything.
I bet it would have been awkward as fuck, seeing the coaches after that. After niggas put hand on chest, hey, my nigga, you don't come over here no more.
Be like, hey,
hey, how you doing, coach? Yeah, how you doing, confused nigga?
Yeah, because you know how you have those end of the year meetings, and then they're like, yeah, you turn into a great player. I just feel like if you would have known what you know now in high school, and you would have came in as that freshman, he's like, yeah, you would have got some playing time that second year, and you would have been a factor on the team because your body developed too, so you got better. Where niggas got worse as they came from high school, you got better. And then he was pretty much telling me a lot of the same schools that I was already getting looks at when I was in high school. So I'm like, so basically, I kind of wasted my time.
2 years.
Hey, yeah, my nigga, yeah, he did. But you try, you great athlete. It's nigga.
I think if I would have gone, IDub was never even one of my considerations when I was looking at JUCOs.
You probably would have went D1 if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I would have gone D1 probably if I would have went to IDub. Because I definitely got, what sucked me into going to Iowa Central was they had one of my best friends from high school. He went there, and it was a couple hours closer than IDub. So I was like, if I do play, my family will be able to come up see me play. My mom, my sister. But nigga, when you only beating Ellsworth and niggas like that, it don't matter. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit. I could have been at IDub smacking niggas, winning rings, and then going D1.
Because, literally, another reason, too, I got scholarships. It was funny, too, is, I didn't get a scholarship to Iowa Western, but I had football scholarships to Ellsworth and Iowa Central. And both Ellsworth and Iowa Central. Fuck you. But they were both letting me play quarterback, too. Fuck you, because I know he was going to say something, but they were both but that's probably what kind of should have threw a red flag, because they was like, nigga, what you want to play, quarterback or receiver? I was like, yeah, damn, y'all going to let everybody.
Y'all don't have an idea of what you want me for? No, I should have known immediately.
But the offense they were trying to tell me they were running, because timeline-wise, you're a grade older than me, right?
Yeah.
So that second year you were there, what offense were you already?
I had Iowa Central, pistol.
Yeah,
spread.
he didn't tell me that.
We transitioned to the pistol spread and spring ball that year. Were they still trying to sell you on running that I formation?
Yeah, the I formation triple out. I'm like, nigga, I'm not built like that, bro.
All right. Well, the part of the problem with that was they spent all spring ball putting that shit in, and they couldn't figure out if they really wanted to go forward with it because we literally spent half of practice running pistol read option shit, and then we'd go do team shit. All right, I formation, hand that bitch off. Nigga, so why did we just spend the last hour doing pistol and practicing read option shit for you to be like, nah, I kind of like watching you run power over and over again. But that shit, I imagine that made it hard as fuck to recruit niggas because they didn't know what they wanted. That's why they fired the head coach. Because he refused to modernize his offense. And it was like, bro, you can't win anything in this modern day and age of football running power eye football.
Not to mention, you knew the two niggas that went there that was the same grade as you that went to our high school, and them niggas was.
Hey, fam.
Actually, I can't even say that.
I know one of the niggas you talking about, and that nigga was actually. I know both of them niggas, and both of them niggas were literal crackheads.
You know what? I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead because I'm gonna indict myself. I don't want to see them niggas in punch person. So speaking of,
one of them niggas is that we're gonna segue into DMX now?
You know,
that's not a good segue to DMX.
All right, let me start over. One of the greatest rappers of all time is unfortunately on life support still, and I honestly, I pretty got DMX makes it because that is one of my favorite. Like that was one of my favorite rappers. Like it was Ludacris, Lil Wayne, not in this order. Ludacris, Lil Wayne, DMX, and then now it's Kendrick.
Hey nigga, Ludacris is way too high on your list.
But nah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You're not finna slander Ludacris.
Hey, was it the video where he had like the fake big ass fist? I'm like, nigga, Luda.
So y'all gonna tell me y'all ain't gonna fuck? What?
Luda's not banging like that, bro.
Bro, stop.
Luda is
maybe not now. I'm not arguing Luda now, but back in the day, yeah.
Back in the day, Luda wasn't slapping like that.
I don't care if it was.
Who was it?
I don't care if it was Fade Luda or Braid
Luda or Fro Luda.
You fuck with Luda.
It was not slapping like that.
Yes, it was. You did.
Nigga, no.
Yes, you did.
Stop it, bro.
Yes, you did.
Knock it off.
Luda was not slapping like that.
Who was slapping like that then?
Nigga, in that period, everybody but Ludacris, man.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
I got Joe Budden from Luda.
Nigga, he had number one hits. He had number one albums. Like, what are you talking about? There's a reason he beefed with T.I. and Jeezy. Like, he beefed with people that was upper echelon. And
hey, all right, fam.
It probably won that shit, honestly.
No, he didn't. Not even remotely close. Pause. Cap. Mad cap.
Nigga, he won that shit because T.I. kept going to jail. Like, come on now. Like,
major cap.
Ain't nobody was trying T.I.
Nobody was trying T.I.
Ludacris did.
T.I. was the king of... Bro, nah.
Ludacris, I will say, one thing I will say, Ludacris's beefs are weird as fuck. Because, like, he went from beefing with T.I., then they end up making music, and the music was fire. Then this nigga was beefing with Chingy. I don't know why Chingy was hating on Ludacris. Like, Chingy don't even seem like a nigga that...
Chingy might be ahead of Ludacris, fam.
Get the fuck out. I'm cutting this nigga's mic off.
Nigga, real shit. Like, for that time
Right third, nigga.
Right third. What's your Ludacris song then? Like,
name another one. Name another one.
Holiday Inn.
He was on that song, nigga.
They put trash niggas on songs all the time.
Shut the fuck up.
They put trash niggas on songs all the time.
Ludacris like this. You're bugging.
Give me like 3 fire Ludacris songs, please.
Roll Out, Saturday.
Trash. I couldn't give you.
I was bumping Roll Out.
Roll Out. I'll give you Roll Out.
That was about it.
That Atlanta remix. Welcome to Atlanta. He was on that with Jermaine Dupri.
Welcome to Atlanta doesn't count because that's a whole Jermaine Dupri collab song.
He was on there. And he killed it.
Nigga, if you have the weakest verse on a track, it doesn't matter. Like, we could drop you off that bitch. Look at nigga.
Why? What Chingy had?
Holiday Inn right there. Nigga had songs to get. He had songs to get girls shaking ass in the club.
So did Ludacris.
No, he didn't. Stop, Cap. Bro, it's not gonna happen. Luda's whack. Luda trash.
So why the fuck Tory Lanez get Ludacris
Chingy
on
came
Splash
from the
Waterfall?
same tree as Nelly. Oh, no.
Knock off Nelly right there.
Okay, that's funny. Y'all not finna
I
slander
actually think they had
Ludacris.
beef with each other, Chingy and Nelly, for like at one point.
Y'all not finna slander.
Wasn't he a St. Louis too? Chingy was?
Is he from St. Louis?
I think so.
I think they probably had a beef because like that nigga was wearing big ass jerseys and shit. Like Nelly was. I don't know. Chingy had some weird beefs. I don't know why this nigga was so mad. This nigga was a singer and just hated everybody.
He was just a singer and he was just mad. Because nobody took his rapping serious. Nigga just wanted to be a rapper.
Chingy is from St. Louis, so he was.
Nobody took the nigga serious.
No one took the nigga serious.
He go in the studio and try to rap like, hey nigga, that's not what we called you here for.
I'll let you get the hook, nigga.
Bro, it's like Tory Lanez they called that nigga for the hook and that's it. And he started trying to spit bars. Hey, cut the mic off.
That's like Ty Dolla $ign. Nigga, you want this to be your song? How much should be the feature?
No.
I know it's your song.
We gonna just put me featuring you because ain't nobody gonna listen to your song.
That's actually crazy.
That man gotta be featured through his whole album.
His whole album. That man does not do a single like solo song at all. It's features on features.
Because Ludacris does deserve his flowers. Now, if you want to say now I will
give Luda his flowers as an actor. I will say that Luda acted as a rapper. He tried. He tried his hardest.
Like, stop the cap.
Bro, gun to my head, I couldn't rap you a single bar on Saturday.
I'm dying that day.
Like
y'all are just
you
right
said
now.
the name. I'm like, nigga, I don't know if
Y'all
I've heard that song.
Y'all are, I can't.
Bro,
believe
nigga,
this.
I was literally about to look up the lyrics. I'm like, I don't think I've ever listened to this song.
Like, y'all don't fuck with no look. It's like, y'all niggas are weird
Bro,
for that.
like I fuck with shit, actually, I might not fuck with No Luda, to be honest. Move Bitch might be the only one. Actually, alright. Looking at the Ludacris Essentials Apple Music playlist, Move Bitch is alright. Moneymaker definitely got some play in the 2000s.
Yep.
How Low.
Yep. You see, he
What's
already
your
got songs.
fantasy? What's your fantasy and My Chick Bad? But like, this nigga also has Splash Waterfalls in here. Like that. The catalog is kind of sus.
How?
Because it's trash.
It's not. Who would you like then?
Like, at that point, are you talking like all time? Like,
Yeah, like, who are some of your all-time favorites?
who are some, like, during the, quoting the time
You're
period.
supposed to talk about DMX. Fuck y'all niggas. I hate y'all niggas.
We were on the right track when you like threw him in there with Ludacris. I'm like, nigga, don't slander
I'm
X.
ready to talk about until you threw Luda.
You threw Ludacris.
He deserves to be in the
No, fuck that nigga does not.
How does he die?
You gonna put Luda up there with DMX? Like the cultural impact of DMX, the nigga who sold out.
Thinking nasty. I tried to play it.
I thought we were going.
Like, I thought
we were going to get past that.
I thought it was
No, I looked at Brian's face and was like, we can't get past that.
I thought it was a shoe, but I saw this nigga with socks on, so I was like, oh, this nigga nasty. If I saw a shoe, I would have let it slide. Y'all didn't hear that.
But shit, fucking no. Like, we talking about Luda belongs in the same echelon as DMX, which
Who were your favorite rappers growing up? That's what I was
favorite rappers.
When I said favorite rappers,
Jeezy, DMX, T.I. got a lot of spin. Nigga Pac got a lot of spin.
I said your favorites. Though.
Yeah, favorites.
Like
right
your
here.
top one at one point in time.
I mean, shit, top one to this day is Wale. Period. Point blank. Facts.
You put Wale top.
This nigga's face.
Sorry.
I mean, no. Wale is one of my favorite rappers. The nigga, his prime was like 2010 to like 14, and it was a really good window of music. But I wouldn't like.
But there was a time where Wale and Big Sean were both top 5 rappers of all.
Oh yeah, of all time, and niggas fell completely off the track doing that.
I would probably say Big Sean's closer than Wale. Now.
I will say that like Big Sean does more as far as like getting features and like actually trying to do new shit. Like Wale just does the same thing over and over and over again and like hopes people will tune in and listen. But it's like, my nigga, if the poetic rap shit didn't take off when you first started doing it, like at some point you got to reinvent the wheel if people aren't fucking with your shit like that.
I feel like if Wale didn't come off as bitter, like he would have easily had a lane like J. Cole.
The nigga is hella bitter though.
He is.
He's so bitter that niggas quit fucking with him.
He's so petty.
Like he's mad mainstream niggas quit fucking with him like that.
Speaking of, this is random as fuck. We're going to get to the DMX topic eventually, but
I just had to Google it to make sure DMX was still alive, by the way, before we had this conversation, because I didn't want some awful shit to happen.
wild. But anyway, what I was going to say is, like, Roscoe Dash really told niggas I'm not doing features. Like, that nigga...
He said, don't call me for no feature. Right?
And that nigga
no
died.
one's calling you.
And
fam.
everybody's like, all right, don't we ain't calling the nigga,
All right,
period.
nigga, we got you.
Don't call me for no features. All right, fam.
Like, fam, I deleted your number forever ago, but we got you.
So then, Tyler, real quick, who were your, like, top 1 rappers growing up?
Jay-Z, King Hov.
See, everybody everybody got a gun that's pointing at somebody. Y'all got relax.
Brian does know my thoughts.
I like
on
my
that
East Coast rap. I like my East Coast rap. I like my Redman. I like my Wu-Tang. I like my Jay-Z. I like my Nas.
But they were your top ones, though. That's what I'm saying.
Top ones. I'm still going Hov.
So then, was Hov all the way your number 1 favorite rapper to this point?
To this point,
Like, who else would be your
probably
number
Cole.
1? Cole? Okay.
Anybody that's on Dreamville, I like Luke.
Not who you like. I'm talking your top
who's your
one.
top
Like,
one?
Oh,
like as you were, because like that's what I'm saying. Is like at one point it was like Lil Wayne. At one point it was like Ludacris. At one point it was DMX. At one point it was Kendrick. And like now it's been Kendrick.
Like, I'll probably go Wayne, honestly, like for my number one.
That's what I meant by that shit.
All right,
because I can say who I like. I like a lot of people. I'm not saying like these are the only niggas I like.
I'm probably gonna go Cole.
But this nigga thinks New York rap is. This nigga thinks Biggie's trash.
I literally think New York rap is the worst thing to ever happen to music.
You're gonna get stomped out in every borough. I don't know how that's gonna be possible.
Queens,
Brooklyn,
Bronx.
I can't go nowhere on the East Coast. These niggas will
Manhattan.
shoot the shit out of me.
This is a South ass nigga talking about all New York rap is trash. That's a wild statement.
All of them were?
See, I'm not gonna say all of them because like I definitely fucked with the Wu for a minute. Like Wu-Tang was banging for a long time when I was a kid, but it's mainly Jay-Z and Biggie. Honestly, like them niggas is garbage.
That's so disrespectful.
And Brian and I have gone back and forth on this bras. Jay might be my least favorite rapper ever.
I feel like he's just
like, and nigga, I'll listen to a riff rap album before I listen to some Jay.
See, this nigga capping, bro. You gotta be capping.
Nigga, I have a playlist on my phone right now that's Drake versus Jay-Z, and every Jay song I skip. Every single one. Like,
so fuck the whole ASAP mob. Is basically what you saying. Fuck.
Basically, like I fucked with Rocky for a minute, but that nigga came out with we was slipping on semen video, and I was like, "There's too many unanswered
questions." You see that shit, bro? Ferg was looking at this.
Ferg was like, "Hey, what are you talking about?" We was in there slipping on semen. Hey, nigga,
do you know how big of the beef you got to be to fight a nigga with his dick out?
I don't care. Like we can have all the problems in the world. We can wait. Nigga, put your dick away first. Put your dick away.
That is nasty. I can't agree with that point. That nigga's on their own island talking about New York rap like that. That's crazy.
I fuck with Ferg now.
But then it also, I guess, in a way, it kind of makes sense because you are a down south nigga.
Yeah, like I also think it's like I'm a down south nigga. Grew up on southern rap. Grew up on West Coast rap. It's like just East Coast rap just doesn't hit for me like that. And I tried giving niggas a shot. Like I just can't do it.
But I don't know. I feel like I can't think of them.
Also, nigga, East Coast.
It's more steady beat over there.
New York rappers say a lot of such ass shit. You got A$AP Rocky out here slipping on semen. Biggie, you look so good. I'll suck on your daddy's dick.
I can't co-sign that.
These New York niggas just come with some.
I'm sure. First of all, Florida is its own breed in itself, so I'm sure we could look at some questions.
Florida exists in a parallel
Atlanta, like I like Young Thug, but then Florida's that nigga just say some shit.
Florida's in the B quadrant.
Like, we don't even know what's going on.
I like Young Thug, but that nigga Young Thug, so we pulling up with them dicks.
We like, smoking penises too.
Yes, like down south, kind of.
All right. We don't consider Florida the South. That's its own shit. Like them niggas a whole different breed. But Atlanta breeds different types of niggas. There's also, I got a lot of family down there, and my uncle's favorite saying is, careful what girl you talk to around here. You might take her home, and you might not be the one doing the fucking.
I was going to say maybe like that's your cousin, but that's worse than, that's wild. That's wild. I'm not going to say worse. That's wilder than wild.
Like, you might not be the one doing the fucking when y'all get home. Like, I looked at him the first time he said this, and like, nigga, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, you'll find out. I'm just like, oh. It's like that out here.
Yeah, man. I really do. Like I said, DMX is one of my favorite rappers of all time. Just off a person alone, like he has battled addiction and struggling, and like there's moments where he's good and there's moments where he's kind of bad. So I hope he pulls through. Especially for 2020 to be as shitty as it fucking was. I feel like this would be that bad death. Like obviously Kobe died was major.
Hey, I feel like fam, we not gonna act like we ain't just 2020 was rough. But I will say, the day we lost Kobe, nigga, that was like a meteor hit Earth, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like this would be that too.
For niggas, it'll be that way. Like I don't think like.
No, that nigga had white people. I don't know if you ever see that. I don't know if it was like Summer Jam or something, but it was like some
big ass
red. It's just a sea.
Like, X came out. And
that man,
and he's wearing a red jumpsuit. Not jumpsuit.
You might as well call that man Captain Planet because that was a quarter of the whole entire population.
Everyone was turned to X and shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I feel like everybody gonna hurt because we grew up on this nigga.
Oh yeah, like
this nigga was selling millions and millions of copies
at a time when niggas really weren't popping like that, rapping like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I just.
Hey, fam, if we lose DMX, I ain't gonna never hear a dog bark the same again. Like, it's gonna be different. Can you imagine what the world will be like the day like we do lose DMX? Like, it's either gonna be the most sad, somber day ever, or it's gonna be an ignorant ass day because everybody's gonna be right.
Everybody's gonna be aggressive.
Everybody's gonna be mad aggressive listening to DMX all day.
Bro, like, there's gonna be like, if they let them have a funeral service too, like
it's gonna be
fucking
like,
Rough Rider jackets throughout the whole
niggas dusting them bitches off. Niggas gonna be getting their bikes out. It's gonna be sad.
But hopefully that's not for a long, long time.
Yeah, you know, we want him to recover. You know, come back.
Nigga, why are you laughing?
I was about to say, bro, what if we lost Bow Wow?
Like,
what's the world gonna be like if we lost Bow Wow when it comes?
I'll probably laugh like I'm laughing right now.
You can't say that.
Who taking the day off work?
Who's taking the day off work? Oh my! Can you imagine? Hey, I ain't gonna make it today. Wow.
Who download the albums?
Yo, imagine the nigga too be like, nigga, who? Lil Bow Wow.
You don't come to work. Hey, nigga, where in history have you ever been to somebody like, hey, fam, play that new Bow Wow real quick?
Where in history?
Or let me
Yo, you heard that new Shad Moss?
You remember that nigga tweeted? He was like, yeah, I think I'll retire from rap after this next album.
Like, no one. Who asked?
I thought you retired like when you were 12.
Have y'all ever seen that YouTube video where he's beefing with Soulja Boy? And it's like, like they add his epic sound effect after everything he says. See, I'm tired of playing with y'all niggas. Boom, boom. Y'all niggas got the game fucked up.
Yeah, like 4 henchmen.
Niggas just standing there. They're like, bro,
It was
how long I
one
stay?
frame, one bedroom, one video.
Blurry ass webcam.
Webcam.
I have to play that video after this, just so y'all niggas can see. Oh my god!
Great. Nigga said, "What we do about our does continue on our day."
I'm gonna be sad. Somebody gonna make the.
You know what?
Hold on, wait! I gotta make the joke. This is fucked up. I'm sorry, but I ain't, like Kendrick said, shit, I'm with the homies. Somebody go tweet Little Mama talk about RP. Like, damn, right? Like, he died?
Like, man, Lil Mama, I didn't know you died. Damn, girl. No, Bow Wow gonna die and RIP Lil Mama gonna start trending up.
I can't wait.
She gonna come out with an Instagram live. Guys, I'm okay.
I'm alive.
I'm alive and well. They gonna hit her with the she a Gucci clone.
She just died of air, got a section. Oh, niggas ain't shit. I'm gonna get a kiss.
Now, I will say, though, you know who I would be sad as fuck when they died?
I thought you said excited.
Nigga, Soulja Boy. When that nigga dies, I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah, that nigga is a legend when you think about it.
Kiss Me Through the Phone gonna hit different. Crank that Soulja Boy gonna hit different.
Yeah, are you gonna crank that Soulja Boy?
He said, "Are you gonna crank that Soulja Boy? Really?"
Fam, they played that shit at the bar when I was working. And I'm just looking around watching all these white people try to crank that Soulja Boy. And like, I bet you know how to do the dance. Do it. No. Nah, nigga,
Nothing more nasty than the motherfucker. Do the dance.
Who gonna be at the hospital or in the streets just doing this?
Niggas gonna pull out warm white tees. Start writing on their glasses.
Nah, niggas gonna pull out that rubber band necklace.
See-through forces.
With the long ass cargo pants. Look like capris.
Hey, those see-through forces used to expose who they watch their size.
Colorful ass babes. Baby names.
Hey, dog, I used to think babes were the brokest shit ever. Like, this is knockoff forces. This shit gotta be broke as fuck. Niggas pulled this shit out of nowhere. Now
you know how nasty niggas. If I black delegation. Let me talk to you for a minute. God forbid, of course, knock on wood. If they have a service for Soulja Boy after his funeral, and I swear to God, I see a nigga with their shades, and it says R.I.P. Soulja Boy on their shades.
Nah, you can do the R.I.P. Soulja Boy shades, but you can't come in with the 3 stripes in your eyebrows.
Not just the pastor. Today, being laid to rest. Young Soldier Boy telling boy. Somebody should have told him it was his time to go.
Soldier Boy told him.
Soldier Boy, somebody should have told his ass.
Wait, who else did he have with him? What was the nigga's name? Arab and Jabbar. This posse.
The squad.
SOD money.
SOD money.
Somebody said, I remember this tweet verbatim. It said, when Soldier Boy said A-Rap was supposed to be next up, we ain't heard that nigga since. Oh, Lord.
Not gonna lie, it's gonna be an interesting day when Birdman dies, too.
OJ the Juice Man.
This nigga said 10 rings on me like a basketball player. Freshman of the year like a basketball player. Oh, man, we here to stay. Man, yeah, you fit. 13-second freestyle. Shit. Well, niggas, it's 2 hours and 34 minutes. I think we could wrap it up.
Damn, 2 hours and 34 minutes?
2 hours and 34 minutes.
This might be the longest one. We're breaking
This
records
is the
already.
longest one.
We're breaking our own damn
this
records.
This went left from the start.
This went left from... I told you how it was going to go, Brian. Like, you knew what was going to happen.
Well, Jeremiah, being as our guest in your closing statement, anything you want to shout out or promote? You've been a wild-ass guest. Probably the wildest guest we'll ever have.
I mean, I appreciate you guys having me out, having me on the pod. It was a great time. Shit, man. Whatever y'all do, just be happy. You know? That's all. That's the advice I got for everybody. Whatever you decide to do in life, man, if it doesn't make you happy, if it's not a fuck yes, I want to do this, don't waste your time. That is the greatest lesson I have learned in life. Is if it doesn't get my blood pumping, get me excited about it, fuck that shit.
I feel that. That's real rap. Tyler, anything you want to shout out or promote or talk about for your closing statement? Go.
Oh, fuck. Just make sure your mental health, and I literally reiterate this every single podcast, just make sure, you know, you're good as far as your spirits are, as far as your mind is, and, you know, take the necessary steps in order to get where you want to be to make yourself happy. So,
I think my closing statement is, damn, hopefully he ain't canceled by the morning. And this is why I was trying to tell Tyler not to say the date, because this shit gonna come out right now. It's like midnight or some shit. I don't even know what time it is.
It's 12:16.
Sorry, Mom and Grandma, listen to this episode.
Yeah, everybody that watches this after I share it on IG, if this changes your opinion on me, I'm sorry. I was a much better actor than I thought I was, and I fooled you for a long time. I'm a piece of shit.
Niggas might have to call this episode down bad. I don't know what the fuck.
This really might be the down bad episode.
Yeah, actually, I might tell this Protect Bad Well. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
Tyler, this shit explicit.
Or the wildest episode ever. All right,
this might be Sad Boy season.
Sad Boy season.
Bro, right. If Nick Cannon goes. Somebody said, kill it, man. Kill it. That's just who's gonna be in the streets saying wow.
No. You know it's gonna be nasty if a nigga plays mixtape before he gets at his funeral service. I'm a jiggle.
Bro, I almost fell out. Damn it, almost fell out the chair.
And they play jiggle at this nigga's funeral service. Oh, they play drumline.
Hey, just play the drum solo. Who's gonna show up for his funeral though? Is Mariah Carey coming up? Nigga, is Eminem showing up for his funeral? Do we get an M diss track at Nick Cannon's funeral?
They should play the disses that the nigga played against Eminem so they can die too.
We gonna lay the rest of these bullshit ass diss tracks he made too. We gonna bury the masters with this nigga.
Whole funeral's gonna be a game. Just another episode.
Another episode of Wild Now. DC's in there roasting everybody.
DJ
D-Rex.
Cut the beat. Cut this nigga's line so he could go 6 feet.
Oh, damn, man.
All right, now fuck it. Since the niggas are bringing it up, niggas. I gotta think of somebody off the top of my head. Who? I wonder what a Meek Mill funeral would look like.
Dreams and Nightmares intro being played over and over and over again. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished.
Yep.
Cut me right there.
Nigga, baby's gonna have beards in that motherfucker. Niggas gonna have rollies. You know what?
If Meek Mill died, there's gonna be a whole lot of niggas riding around off dirt bikes.
That's how they gonna sit down on the dirt. We might get shot on this episode. I swear.
It's disgusting.
Yo, imagine would Nicki Minaj show up?
Disgusting.
Would Drake show up?
I think Drake's gonna show up and we're gonna get back to back play. Drake's not even gonna show up at the funeral. Drake's gonna be in the parking lot just playing music. Loud as fuck.
No, Drake gonna be up above. It's gonna have the upstairs. He's just gonna be looking down.
He's looking downstairs and like,
Was that a world tour? Your girl's
tour. This ain't what she meant when she told you to open up. Now close the casket.
God damn, man.
We are going to hell.
Hey, last one. A little B funeral.
Oh, that's gonna be
And
lit.
Bass Guy funeral gonna be lit, fam. But everybody love Lil B.
I mean, everybody gonna have a tiny shirt on.
Imagine all the
Dirty ass
fans.
Vans. It's probably gonna smell like B.O.
Hey, Lil B be having white bitches writing his name on
their
their feet on Twitter.
That shit is so nasty.
He just posted. I'm like, fam, why do I follow this nigga? He's just posting dirty feet,
Bro,
pics.
feet pics, bro. I was like, this nigga weird. Like,
This
he got
nigga is
weird.
weird.
I was like, if this was your timeline looking like, I don't even know what your DMs
look like.
They're super nasty. I love you, bass guy. Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck you, bass guy. Like, oh my god, bass guy, fuck my bitch.
Fuck my bitch.
Niggas are weird.
Task Force gonna be in full effect.
What rapper would you not want to fuck your bitch?
Not.
Yeah, like what rapper would you be like, this nigga, please don't ever fuck like any bitch of mine.
It gotta be like someone like God tier
We
and someone
both
nasty.
know a bitch that fucked Tory Lanez.
Supposedly. Because knowing the female,
I don't know, fam. Nobody just pops up out of nowhere. Oh, what do you listen to? Oh, is that Tory Lanez? Yeah, I fucked him. Like no one just does that. Like
I like.
especially when she was trying to get your attention with that statement.
Whoa.
Like
relax.
she
relax.
thought that was gonna be the end to getting your
Yeah, that's nasty though. That I wouldn't.
She
I
caught
wouldn't
you
want-
playing, his song. I was like, I fucked him. Like bitch, ew.
No, she didn't even say it like that. She was like, "Oh my god, that just reminded me of that one time." And then
And niggas had that like, what one time?
Oh, me and him kicked it when he was here, and I fucked and had threesomes.
I was, bitch, like, why are you saying it so casually? Like
I was like, maybe he fucked
you thought it for a bald head short nigga.
I don't know. I wouldn't want someone to fuck my bitch, like a little punk. Because that nigga definitely fucked some guy's bitch, and she FaceTime, and he was like, yeah, I just fucked your girl, bro. Like, I wouldn't want that nigga to call me on some shit. Like,
Would you rather your girl says she's gonna go spend an evening with Drake at his house?
at least she'll get taken care of like that. I feel like that.
Yeah. I can't even be mad at that.
Like, they'll probably have a nice night. Like, at least.
I honestly might ask if I could come too. Like, I know his house is big as fuck. He won't even notice that I'm there.
Wait, let me sleep on the couch, bro.
Bro, you just take her upstairs.
Imagine the baby fucking your bitch. Like, I feel like he could just dog her out, then try to fight you for no reason. Just knock your ass out. I'm the truth, nigga. Okay, nigga, we get it. God damn.
I mean, shit, nigga, look at you like, that's my baby. Like, nigga, done knocked your whole girl. Like, that's my baby now.
I'm trying to think of like nasty rap. I wouldn't want Safari to fuck my bitch. Safari can't rap. Like, at least if you gonna fuck my bitch, you gotta be a rapper.
Rap, fam.
Yeah, like you gotta be able to rap.
I couldn't let Rick Ross fuck my bitch either. Like that.
You been losing weight though. Like that's the king. That's boss. Rose. Like
The boss. Do you know what I think?
you might not be able to have another lemon pepper wing ever again.
I was saying, like, that's what I envision when I think of Rick Ross as Wingstop and lemon pepper wings.
10 piece.
And if that nigga fucks my bitch and I can't eat lemon pepper wings no more.
I like lemon pepper wings.
I like lemon pepper wings. He's gonna fuck. He might even fuck up wings completely. Like, I can't even enjoy wings no more. No barbecue, no buffalo.
The nasty thought is that nigga putting his stomach on your girl back. like blowing that shit out.
Hold on, let me set something here. Oh shit, okay.
And that nigga's like, that's beat. But
That's
the other
all
beat.
me, girl.
I don't think I would want Russ to fuck my girl.
I feel like Russ would talk the whole time.
Yeah. I pulled your girl. I talked to your girl. I fingered your girl. I ate your girl out. And I did
this
girl.
nigga would narrate every step of fucking your girl.
Like, bro, she was already willing to give you the pussy. Like, all you had to do is fart.
Why are you doing
I
all
did
that?
everything by myself. No, you're Russ, and you're like a talented rapper, and you do all this shit. Like, bro, you got it. Like, I did it myself. Russ, you won.
Like, relax.
Is there anything else?
Shit, I don't know. Niggas might make that 3 hours.
I was just thinking of like bitches. I don't know if I want Jay-Z to fuck my girl either.
Nah,
I think got some fat ass lips.
I can never kiss my girl after she fucks.
Fuck that.
me.
Nope. Can't do it.
I never
Won't
do
do
that.
it.
Oh, 6ix9ine either. Oh, nah. That would be terrible, too.
I don't know. Now 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is that nigga for the younger generation. A couple niggas out there might be like, yeah, 6ix9ine can fuck my bitch.
Not mine. That nigga gonna get me shot. It was last year. You like him fuck your bitch?
They run around looking for this nigga's witness protection house. They find your bitch's house. Shoot the whole place up.
What if they just ran in there and just flipped it and then shot the whole place?
They ran in there thinking 6ix9ine there, fuck your bitch. Just leave.
I'd be pretty. I'd be. You know what? I'd be pretty stuck if my girl was took by ASAP Rocky. I'm not gonna lie.
She'll be in there slipping on semen, bro.
Shit. Yeah.
Probably is. Who would I'm trying to think. Now, actually, you know what? Man, we should probably end on this note. I shouldn't probably be slamming this man's name, but I'll be upset if my girl got fucked by chance.
Oh, no, absolutely not. That's the corniest nigga ever. Like,
That nigga...
my man made a whole album that literally just sounds like, I love my wife. I'm so lucky to have met my wife.
Like, if it would have slapped, that would have been different. The nigga named it The Big Day. It was the big disappointment.
The big day to just be colossally disappointed. Like, bro, I've been looking...
The fact that man said, I met Kanye, I can never fail, and then proceeded to fail horrendously.
Every album after that.
Oh, my
I met
God.
Kanye West. I'm never going to fail. Fam, you haven't made a good album since Acid Rap. Chill.
Coloring Book was all right.
Sure, it was all right.
It was all right.
Coloring Book was riding off the hype of The Life of Pablo.
I'm not going to say you wrong, but...
Like that's the vibe. I felt like those two projects were made at the same time, and that's the like vibe that was sitting on.
So what? I hope Kanye didn't produce Big Day, because that was... That wasn't it.
Remember Surf? That album?
Yeah, with Donnie Trumpet. Yeah. A lot of people fuck with that album, but I didn't really listen to it like that. There was one song I really fucked with, but I didn't really give it a shot like I should have.
There was a couple of bits and pieces on there that I liked.
What if Kanye fucked your bitch?
Which Kanye? Like
Whitewash Kanye.
late
Whitewash
registration,
Kanye.
like MAGA hat slavery was a choice. Kanye,
like
Kanye
who he is now.
Kardashian?
Kanye
Like,
Kardashian, nigga, that's not my bitch. That was never my bitch. If she'll fuck,
Okay, but Graduation Kanye. Like,
I might be honored if Graduation Kanye fucks my bitch.
I would think, like, honestly,
Like,
I might.
that means I'm doing something good. If
You know what? I might brag it. Like, not necessarily that he fucked my bitch, but I might brag, like, that me and Kanye have something in Kanye. And then as soon as somebody
I'll be like, oh yeah, me and Kanye. I'll be
We're
honest,
like this.
me and Kanye are like this. We like this. Like
We're bros.
We're bros. What kind of bros? We're bros. Well, like,
Jesus Kanye?
Jesus was okay. You gotta be in the mood for it, but it was okay.
yeah, you gotta be in the mood for it.
It was okay.
If it was College Dropout Kanye.
College Dropout. I'll hand my bitch to College Dropout Kanye. Like you earned that. You go ahead.
Wait, so then is that your favorite?
Nah, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is my favorite.
Yeah, I like that one.
Like that to me, that's the GOAT Kanye album. Like that is where
I'm going late for registration.
Graduation.
Graduation
was fire. Graduation was the album that really got me into Kanye, but I just felt like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That's when everything came together.
So then what is that?
Like,
That had to run
production
away.
Kanye, lyricism Kanye.
But then what about 808s and Heartbreaks?
808s
That was too smooth for me.
that. 808s and Heartbreaks. It had a lot of good songs, but like
Because everybody and their mama make 808s now. It's actually ridiculous
Yeah,
how
like-
that album influenced everybody.
oh yeah, like without that album, like the landscape of music is nothing close to where it is today. But I also feel like no one really wants to give that its flowers either. Because
No.
like you absolutely don't have guys like Juice WRLD. A lot of the shit that Young Thug doesn't come about without 808s.
See, I guess it is hard to rate Kanye albums too when you think about it.
He was
He
really-
has a lot.
He does have a lot, and like he does something different with every album.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's probably my favorite thing about Kanye is every album he's gonna try something different, and it might work, it might not, but he's gonna try to push it every time.
And not to mention that he started out as a producer, so it's like, of course, he's going to have more dynamic range and things of that nature. So what's on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy? Was Higher on that?
Dark Fantasy, Gorgeous. I think Higher was on there.
Can we get much higher?
Yeah, oh yeah, Higher was on there. Fucking hold on, we're gonna pull up the track list because that album has something.
I like how we went from rappers talking our bitches to deep Kanye. I guess this is like a bonus episode.
Yeah, you're
So-
right. Power was on there now that I think about it.
Yeah, Power, All of the Lights, Devil in a New Dress, Runaway, Hell of a Life, Blame Game. Lost in the World is probably one of my favorite.
Don't he
Kanye
have
songs.
a song?
Runaway
with-
was probably who I got, like, the first song that I really got, like, introduced to Pusha T,
Yeah,
honestly.
No, that wasn't. Because you've heard Grinding before.
Well, yeah.
Like, Pusha T's been in the game for 20 years.
He
so
has, but, like,
Yeah, but like, well, a lot of like I would put like Pusha T and like Pharrell and this like a lot of the shit like I would hear like those two on in the beginning. I wouldn't even recognize it was them niggas. Like,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll give you that. But, like, the fact that he's been there.
Pusha T's
Yeah.
voice is recognizable, like, as soon as you hear him, though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see, like, you know, usually, like, I can't really listen to trap music like that. But Freddie Gibbs is fire. He is a New York nigga. If you know, I know, but he's fire. But Freddie Gibbs and Pusha T could be the only. There's my only two exceptions of niggas that sell coke and do drugs, or like sell drugs, that could just rap to me aggressively, and I'm like, yep, I fucks with it.
all right, well, hold on, where my nigga Jeezy at? Where Guwap at? You telling me you don't want these?
But
Them
Pusha
the
T's been doing it for
originator-
20 years, bro.
Guwap created trap music. Guwap,
He did.
Nah, Guwap created trap music. Like there is no trap sound without Gucci. Like that doesn't happen.
Wasn't Jeezy first on though? You don't think Jeezy
I mean,
had a trap sound?
I think Jeezy was the first to like blow, but Gucci was like the original trap artist. Like he created that sound. Jeezy was the first to like get like radio celebrity.
Yeah, but I don't think you putting
Recognition.
Gucci top 15.
Because you also got, if you're going through that timeline, then you also got to, like, factor in T.I. too in there, and that.
Yeah, you gotta definitely put T.I. up there too.
Shoulder lean, like that song.
Hey, Shoulder Lean still slaps to this day.
I mean, Ludacris was around there too.
Hey, in this motherfucker.
That's actually crazy that niggas just gonna slander me on my own shit. That's wild. It's cool though, because the day coming that Tyler gonna say some outlandish shit. We just gonna fire his ass. That's cool. I ain't say no outlandish shit, but you know,
You just say outlandish shit, just maddeningly disappointing shit.
that's not even disappointing. Like niggas fuck with Ludacris. Stop acting like niggas don't fuck with Ludacris.
I told you, I fuck with him as an actor. He did a great job acting as a rapper.
See, that's
all
what-
Fast and the Furious.
All
movies are pretty good.
15,000 Fast and Furious
Oh, yeah, it
movies.
was just good. Like that nigga went from the Afro nigga that curated like the street races to that nigga was driving cars up the sides of buildings.
Bro, the nigga can rap, bro. Stop signing this nigga. He's in
All right,
the,
if he can rap, why ain't he dropped the album in like 10 years?
I
I ain't heard a track. I ain't heard nothing.
in 10 years. He's definitely had some shit in 10 years though. Because I would say he's like, if you want to say like they're not timeline and you want to put like a Mount Rushmore, obviously you gotta have Jeezy, you gotta have Gucci, you gotta have T.I. I would say Ludacris is right there. Now, if he's fourth, he's fourth. I'm not saying he can't be fourth, but he's right there. Like, you cannot just... It didn't drop off that fucking much.
Mount Rushmore of trap niggas?
At least Atlanta niggas. During that timeline.
Flocka would take his spot.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the Gucci's bodyguards, his right hand. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. A nigga that went bow, bow, bow. Bitch, I'm busting out. Really? That nigga? Shut the fuck up.
Hey, nigga, I go hard in the paint. It's a banger. Hard in the paint.
Don't act like motherfuckers wasn't coming to school aggressive.
Yeah, bro. Don't act like you didn't have niggas walking.
Because the niggas was dreadheads.
Out of their phone speaker like this, shaking their shit.
Because they were dreadheads, bro. Like, nigga really try to... You ain't shit. You really ain't shit. You really try to say out of the top 4 Mount Rushmore of Atlanta niggas during that time, you gonna put Waka Flocka over Ludacris. Shut the fuck up. Who else you gonna put?
Nigga, Travis Porter might get in there over Ludacris.
All right, we're done. We're done.
Hey, bye.
He's like, no, that's it. That's the one.
That's it. Well, this nigga going to sleep. This nigga going to sleep.
He's like, nah, it's over with.
To give you a visual representation, Tyler actually went down and looking down on the couch.
This man has laid down on the couch and is comfy. Oh, shit.
Bro, block me back, bro. This nigga talking about Travis Porter top 4 Mount Rushmore. Get the... All right, yo.
Hey, the niggas still touring, man.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
With who?
The niggas are...
It's COVID. Who they finna... They gonna catch it. What the fuck they finna do? They not finna rap. Who they finna make it rain on? Nobody finna... What the...
Hey, man, I seen the ad for them traveling. They still doing shows.
No, they not, bro. Stop lying.
Wait, let me pull up Travis.
Bro, fuck it. We gonna make it this a 3-hour pod because we got 5 minutes left. Nigga, look it up. Look it up because this is stupid.
Niggas are still doing shows.
No, they not. Who's checking for them?
Niggas are making an album right now.
Nigga, how'd you find that?
Google.
Why are you Googling Travis Porter in 21, bro? What? I fucking hate this dude.
They're making an album right now.
No, they're not. They better not be. I swear to God if they're making an album.
Them niggas, as of January 2021, them niggas are in the album, working on an album. Hey, them niggas on IG right now. Hold on.
Who looking for this shit?
So I'm telling you, they're touring, fam. I've seen ads for that shit. Niggas are ready.
Who are the... It was Travis Porter and somebody else. Who else was it? I don't know. 2011 was a weird year.
Hey, the new boys were the shit. The whole jerking era was just weird.
Yeah, that was a phase.
Hey, they
niggas used to be nasty because they used to wear skinny jeans over shorts.
Niggas just dropped a song like last month in March. They dropped a new song.
Bro, I never thought we'd be looking up Travis Porter in 2021. I like Travis Porter. I'm just mad that he tried to compare him. Like, nah, them niggas deserve it. Which one you gonna put? You don't even know them niggas' names. Say their individual names. I dare you. I fucking dare you. You, Tyler, you say Tyler all the way over there. Tyler, say their individual names, bro. Travis Porter. Bet you didn't know them niggas was a group. That's how niggas don't know.
What's the niggas? Where are these niggas' names? So I can name a single nigga.
Matter of fact, name a Travis Porter song. I dare you to.
I honestly don't remember what's their music.
Oh, man.
All right, hold on. Hey, bring it back. Hey, ladies, make it rain.
You gonna say some shit with Tiger in it? Fuck out of here, nigga.
Hey, niggas return to Tiger. Fuck out of here.
What?
Hey, you know, the jerking era holds a special place in my heart. Niggas like you're getting it.
Nigga, your big ass was jerking?
Oh, hell yeah. Nigga, we were jerking, had skinny jeans, all that shit. Had the light up belts, all that.
Nigga probably had them same Kanye West glasses too, where the shit was. That was a nasty era. Like,
bro, that whole era, like all the pictures from that era need to have been burned. Like no one looks good in that time period.
Neon is not a good color for everybody.
For anybody, like, at all.
Who else? Who was the other group? There was Travis Porter and somebody else. Wasn't there another rap group? Not New Boys, but someone just like Travis Porter that niggas got confused with a lot. It was Travis Porter. I think they were named something with a T too, right? Fuck, I don't know.
Literally just Googling jerky music. Like, who are these people? Brian, you weren't out here, you know, hitting the Dougie and getting your jerk on?
I'm not gonna say I wasn't, but
we was lit out here.
I'm just saying I try to forget about that shit. You want to bring it back because you want to be disrespectful to the nigga named Ludacris.
I mean, I'm just saying, Luda is not up there.
You try to put Travis Porter in the Mount Rushmore, and then Waka Flocka. Like, bro, the names you listed were not
all right. Flocka was a slightly serious suggestion. Travis Porter was obviously not.
Charlie Boy Gang. Who the fuck was Charlie Boy Gang? Roscoe Dash and all that nigga, bro. I'm just trying to. The Rejects. That was the jerking niggas.
Yeah, the Rejects were all right. Them niggas were lit.
California Slag District.
Aren't those the was that the Cat Daddy niggas?
Yeah. Bro, I just can't think of the group because I've had the music.
I know who I'll put on Mount Rushmore over Luda.
Who?
Are we doing all Atlanta artists or just trap rappers?
Like niggas around that era.
Oh shit, nigga, Outkast.
Yeah, they don't count. That's a group. And like that, they weren't like really in that same field that like those guys were.
Atlanta rappers, shit, nigga. Jermaine Dupri. Oh, nigga, Young Jock.
Shut the fuck, bro. All right, podcast over. We hit 3 hours. I'm done. Bye.